I was trying to launch WoW, but here, I'll see if I can show you. See if I can show you what happened with that. Monitor. How are you guys doing? How you guys been? Happy Friday. I'm trying to show you guys my monitor. Why am I dumb today? Window? No, not window. Display, that's the word. Middle. There we go. That's what I'm looking at right now. that's my life. So I'm just gonna work on that. Hello guys. Hello from Sweden. Hey, sup? Shaw Anger Change. Hello. Hey Hazel, welcome back to Wild Hazel. It is, and I remember to unmute my mic, and I have a cat, although I had to go get this at the last second. I saw at like 20 seconds left. Oh no, this does want to work. Okay. I saw it like 20 seconds left to go on my timer. My cat was like not even in here. It's like, where is she? And I go look on the couch, and she's just passed out on the couch. And I'm like, if you're gonna sleep, do it in here. You've got a really comfy spot. Oh, you like scratches right there. Okay. You've got a comfy spot, and we've got a camera. I could set up the cat cam. Why don't you just sleep in the comfy spot? Not on my lap, though. I can't play with you on my lap. It's a goofy cat. There it is, a WoW screenshot background. Yo, I have a whole album full of WoW screenshot backgrounds that, here, let me turn that off now. I have a whole album full of WoW screenshot back. Oh, no. Kitty, why don't you sleep over there? This is my cat. This is what she's decided to do. Yeah, I have a whole folder of WoW screenshot backgrounds. I was actually at some point going to do a video showing you guys my favorite ones, but then I was like, that's the laziest video on the planet. That's just going to be like 10 WoW screenshots that I thought were pretty. This is too bright. Ah, that's better. It was reflecting off my hair more than normal. I promise my hair is clean. I'm just trying out hairspray. I figured it might stop my hair from floofing. So far, it's done nothing, but I think it made me, like, shinier on top. Hey, Brett. And Eileen. Cosmic Feather. I'm a spam Hazel Senpai until she notices me. Yeah, so funny story about the... You know, you guys, like, showed up, and the stream title was, like, Mountain Runs with Hazel. That was last week's stream title. I hadn't actually picked a thing to do this week yet. We could do mountain runs. So there's 3 things that are kind of on my plate. I don't want to do the Chromie scenario because I'm waiting for research, and I want to do it when it's easier because there will be research. So I want to skip on the Chromie scenario for now. So the 3 things, one of them was grinding Artifact Power my Monk, which I know sounds boring as heck, but I just got my class mount this morning. I have Breaching the Tomb done on this character, so all I need is Concordance of Legion Fall, and then I'll get Banfu, Cub of Banlu, the little kitty pet. And as soon as I get that, I can retire, and the rise of the very, very good-looking Hazellich with his, like, tummy plate. Ugh! I love Mildred and I. He can be a thing. So one of the things was grinding Artifact Power to get the pet. The other thing was leveling this thing, because originally I was going to boost him, but WoW tokens are really expensive right now, and $60 is like a lot of BattleNet balance, and you wouldn't believe the amount of money that I just spent on like hardware and software for my channel. So I was like, you know, it wouldn't be so bad to level. I have like all the heirlooms. I could just like do it, right? I could just like get him leveled up, and that would be a fun thing to do on stream. I have him set up for tanking right now, and I can also do Frost, so I figured I could like tank some dungeons. So that was option number 2. And then option number 3 is I could do mountain runs. I mean, I haven't done them this week. I don't know. I don't know why not. Level your shaman? No. I don't need to touch my shaman at all forever. My shaman, I got her to her class hall, and I got the Snowfang pet, the little Frostwolf ghost pup. It's not a Frostwolf ghost pup. It's a Frostwolf. His name is Snowfang. Anyways, he's in the shaman class order hall, and I got him. So now I'm done. I got this stupid Fist of Rudden, and it took me a long time because it's hard. That artifact quest was hard, with bad gear. So I'm done with that one. I only need to play this one to get crackers. Basically, my plan with alts in Legion is play them until I get their class-specific battle pet, and then stop. And then go back to focusing on my priest whose Mog needs help. This is half of 2 Mog sets. I promise I didn't mean it like that. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I poke you? I'm sorry. Level the DK. Hi Hazel, your channel's getting huge. Yo, what's up, Paz? Paz, yesterday I was in guild chat and you got demoted to friend, and I wanted to cry because I just want you to come home. I just want you to come home and raid with us. Tomb is starting next week. Aren't you back yet? Come back. I like YouTube, but not too much. Well, it's good that you don't like YouTube too much. What else did I miss? How do you cauldron without me? We don't. No, we do. Somebody lays down a cauldron. I think it's Hush. I think Hush takes care of the flasks. Paz is he was our guild's demon hunter, and he was the one. I don't know how he did it, but he always supplied cauldrons for our stuff. Kitty, that's it. And now he's gone. Sad. We cry every day. Yo, Hazel, I'm leveling all my tunes to 110. Dang, that is a commitment. The rest of your mog is good? Yeah. You guys want to see all my cool mogs? I'll scooch up and play the game at some point, but I'm trying to figure out a plan for how to get the cat to sleep in the spot where I can turn on the cat cam. Cause, you know, she's gotta pay for her meals, you know? So, alright, so this is my bank alt. I feel like she's dressed in a very bank alterly fashion. I like this robe a lot, and only partially because of the boobs. I like the, I like the little ties. I like the little ties and the way it, like, matches with the belt. That's the Amaranthine set, in case anybody's wondering. That's available from the Timeless aisle. In MOP. Oh, I didn't mean to log in. Does this mean I'm playing my mug now? Hazel, have you gotten the Sundowner hatchling yet? No. I talked about it in the vlog. I haven't gotten it yet. I'm not going to do that on stream. I'm going to make a video about that. I don't know when I'm making the video, but I'm going to try and have it out on Sunday, so I guess I'm making it tonight. I guess I'm making it tonight and then tomorrow. Nice cat, thank you. This is the best cat. I mean, I haven't met every cat, so I can't say with, like, empirical evidence that this is the best cat, but of all the cats that I've met, this is definitely the best one. Isn't that right? She really likes chin rubs a lot. They're her favorite thing. She'll like anybody if they rub her under the chin. Hazel, you like Horde. Who's asking? I don't want to incriminate myself. I'm back from the stream last week. I couldn't make it. The other ones I was on holiday in Australia. Oh, cool. Oh, man, that sounds like fun. Does Hazel have TSM strings listed anywhere? No, you don't want my TSM strings. My TSM strings are a mess. My videos will show you how to set up your own TSM strings. Mine are actually tragic right now. The best place to get good TSM strings is the Stormspire forums and the WoW Economy subreddit. If you do some searches for, like, the top posts on those different places, they have much better strings than mine. Can you do the guide to get Rivendar's Charger Mount? I mean, isn't it just kill Baron Rivendar until he cracks? It's just kill it a lot. I guess I could do a guide showing, like, the, I had, like, a route that I would do to go, like, back and forth between, like, the mailbox to empty out my bags and stuff. But yeah, what is my tattoo? My tattoo is a cherry blossom tree, and I really badly want to get my other arm done. I want to get my other arm completely tattooed, and I really badly want to get it done. But good tattoos aren't cheap, and cheap tattoos aren't good, and I'm saving it for a house. I want to thank you for helping me get back into battle pets, yet don't know where to start with getting the new ones. Pick a spot, any spot, doesn't matter. Just find one that you think is cute, and then somebody's dancing with me. Alright, Katie, you gotta move. I'm getting all warm, and I want to start drinking my tea, and I need to start playing this game, otherwise I need to just change this to be a podcast. Kitty, go. Here, I'll move you. I'll carry you. This is not how you pick up a cat. Alright, so Kitty, if you want to lay down in there. I'm just setting up the camera just in case she decides to lay down over there. I won't turn it on until she's actually, like, parked somewhere. Alright. I will adjust that up whenever I stream. Yeah, I will adjust that up whenever the cat decides that she wants to chill. If she decides to chill in here anyways. Your guild member's next to you? He is. That is that's a true fact. Cat cam will turn on when the cat sits somewhere for longer than 10 seconds. Probably surprisingly fun for me. Who knew making tons of death balls would be fun? Hi Hazel, this is my first time commenting on your video. Welcome, Lewis. Took me about 4 years to get that death charger. Had to take breaks or risk losing sanity. The death charger was, it took me, I think, about 220 attempts, but I did them within, like, a week. Because whenever I pick up a, I don't know who this is either, but they're hanging out here. Whenever I pick up a, grind, like a mount or a pet grind, I always also look at it as a gold grind. And I'm, like, measuring how much gold I'm making from, like, drops and stuff. So that kind of, like, keeps it fun for me. Alright, so I need to pick a thing to start doing before I, like, get back to reading chatter. I'm never gonna do anything. So, I really wish that YouTube had inbuilt polling. Like, I could make a straw poll, and I guess I'm gonna. Can I pin a straw poll for, like, a second? I just want to know what you guys would rather watch. Straw poll. I just want to make a poll. Like, doesn't Twitch have polls that you can just, like, add? Alright. What do Level DK. If I do level the DK, I'm probably going to do dungeons. I will tank them, so if any of you have Alliance, NA, DPS, and healer alts around level 58 to 63, then you can play with me. If, like, I'll open up a group finder thing. So that's level DK. Monk, AP for Ben Fu Pet. Which is going to be just, like, a lot of world quests and chatting. Or the third option is, Mount Runs. Alright. Improve, allow multiple answers. IP checking, sure. Okay, so I got a straw poll here. I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to pin this. Straw poll. No, I can remove it. Alright, well, good luck. There's a thing you guys can vote on in that poll. If you can't find it, then just scroll up. But it's in chat. And I will, results. Alright. Aw, man, you guys are voting. Wow, nobody wants me to watch. Nobody. Oh, one person. 3 people. I'm just thinking nobody wants to watch me grind AP. I can probably log off of this monk right now. Here, I'm gonna put this on the screen so you guys can see. This is actually quite exciting. Middle monitor. There we go. It's like it's updating in real time. I didn't know Stropple did that. I'm gonna give it like a minute or so. Right now, it looks like Mount Runs are winning. Man, this works just fine, apparently. I selected everything. Yeah, you can select multiple options, I guess. If you select all 3 of them, then I don't know. I mean, I guess you're participating. Hazel, what boom arm do you have? This is a on-stage... MS7701B. On-stage MS7701B. It's on Amazon. I recommend it, although it's big. If you're in a small room, you are going to trip over it. Nice cup. Thank you! This is my shiny, my big, what do they call it? Big, shiny, ribbed lotus cup. I'm going to try and do this without spilling my tea because it's kind of hot, but it's got like a little lotus on it that may or may not be hand-painted. I'm not really sure. I don't mind either way. But it's stoneware, but it's very thin stoneware, and I really like the heat retention properties. Plays intense music. Do you actually drink hot tea during the summer? I'm craving tea, but it's really hot where I live. So, kind of, honestly, I have AC in here, so whenever it gets really hot in the summer, I'll just turn on the AC. But usually, at that time, I'll drink hot tea early in the morning, and mostly just early in the morning, and then I'll move just to water or iced tea throughout the day. So it looks like things have pretty much slowed down here. It looks like Mount Runs won, so I guess we're doing that. So I guess I can change, the title's fine. So it looks like we're doing Mount Runs. Let me pull up my, here, turn off that. Pull up my War Simple Armory Mount Planner. Lightbringer. Where am I at? Where am I at? Hazel. I really like having the stream to just play WoW. I would never have time to do my mount runs if I didn't get to do them while hanging out with you guys. Alright, collectible mounts. If any of you haven't ever done, if any of you haven't ever done this, the mount planner shows you, it wants me to start in Stormwind, do Throne of the Four Winds, then Dragon Soul, then ICC. This is usually about as far as we get on stream. We usually get through Throne, Dragon Soul, maybe ICC, and that's about it. But I'm going to start that. But if anybody hasn't figured out this website yet, simplearmory.com, go to your collectibles, mounts, click show planner, it'll tell you exactly what to do. And if you are confused about any part of that process, I actually have a video on my channel describing it. Oh no, I closed it! Ugh! Reopen tab? Reopen, closed? Oh, it was a window. Reopen, close tab. Ah, yeah, got it. Got it. All right. I'm a little bit too hyped. I haven't even had all this tea. You know what's really weird is actually I was super sleepy today for hours until like 5 minutes ago, and all of a sudden, maybe it's the tea. This is the first cup of this tea I've had so far today. Visit and / pet Anduin. Yeah, that's something we do on our private time. How many computers and monitors do you have? I have 3 monitors. Dude, I want to do an office tour one day. I'm trying to figure out the right time to do it. I want to do an office tour when, like, my channel's at a size where there's people that actually care about what my office setup is, but I really like all my stuff. And I like the way I've got everything set up. So yeah, I've got 3 monitors. I do most of my stuff on one computer. I do have a second computer that is a laptop. So this is a Windows desktop computer that I built. And then I have a MacBook. I have a 2012 Retina MacBook. It was like the first solid-state MacBook they ever made. It's a 15-inch. It was disgustingly expensive at the time, but it has worked flawlessly for like, 5 years. And that's what I do my streaming from, and my photo editing. And then the other thing I do on it is if my computer is rendering something in here, then I'll take my laptop, or even my iPad sometimes, and go write scripts or like just work on another thing in another room, assuming that I'm not going to just take a nap. Anduin is not my king. I'm not gonna, because I am a fair and righteous ruler, but I'm really tempted to unmod you for that. Anduin is my babe. I love Anduin. He's so... his story is... He's just such a good kid that's, like, becoming such a magical, magnificent Manduin. He's Arthas 2.0. Don't you say that. You take that back. My keyboard is a Logitech G... 610. I had to look in the bottom. It's a G610. No frills, nothing fancy, but it is a very solid mechanical keyboard, and it actually has this really handy, like this little wheelie thing right here. That's actually a volume scroll, and that's awesome because if anything's ever too loud or too quiet, I can just like swoop my hand across it and fix the problem just like that. I don't have to like find buttons and like, there's something very unmanly about like mashing a button a bunch of times to like change volume or whatever. Like if you're trying to change volume and you're like, there's just something really sad about that. Not that I need to be manly, but you know what I mean. You feel me. So we're heading to the Throne of the Four Winds. We're going to do it on Heroic 25 man, because why not? And try and find that mount, that thingy doodle. So it's not actually the mount that I would say I want most, but I do want the Dragon Soul mounts really quickly, and this isn't really going to take me very long to run. So I'm going to set myself flying up there. When I get there, don't let me forget to change specs to Holy and eat some bear tartare. Also, we haven't picked a drinking game for this stream yet. If I get the Orbweaver, the Naga will replace my mouse and keyboard. Like, does the joystick replace keyboard movements? Yeah, it does. So you're still going to need a keyboard because you got to type at the end of the day at some point. But basically what I do is I have my, when I'm playing WoW, I pull my Orbweaver up and my mouse to be kind of level with each other right in front of me. And then I have my keyboard back a little bit. The side effect of that is that when I do need to type something, if I don't really want to, or I'm like lazy, I'm like really far back in my chair, I'm like, oh, I'm just not going to talk to anybody. I'm just going to play the game and be silent. But yeah, it's not going to like, you're still going to need a keyboard to type, but it does replace them for WoW. So it's actually really overkill for me to have a mechanical keyboard. I just really like typing on them. That's what I write up like scripts and stuff with. Can you please show us how much time did you play with your main character? Okay. So I can do that, but this is going to be a little bit misleading because for the first, like, 5 years of my WoW career, I did nothing but change alts every 6 months, or change mains every 6 months. I would start over and over and over and over and over again. I was a nomad. So this is the character I probably spent the longest on because I played this one since late MOP, and my slash played is 97 days, 9 hours, 46 minutes, and 19 seconds, with 40 of those days being at level 110 in Legion. It's about, like, a little less than half. But I have played a lot more WoW than that, sadly enough. A lot of it was in earlier years. I also used to, I think, put in more raw time. Okay, Holy. And then eating the bear tartare. I used to put in a lot more just, like, raw time into WoW when I was younger, because usually you're a high school kid, you've got, like, nothing better to do. You finish your homework in 10 minutes, and you've got, like, a whole night with no friends. So you play a lot of WoW, but these days I don't have as much time. Bear tartare. There we go. Congrats on the priest man. I'm getting mine, but I got the warrior one and then the priest and the demon hunter. That is a lot. I just got my second one this morning with my Banlu. Sorry, I keep saying Banfu because that's the pet, which is what I really want. But I got the monk mount today, which was it was fine. Have you ever been a horde main? Yeah, I spent the first like 80% of MOP as horde. That was the only expansion I was really horde, but I was horde for a while in MOP. I guess I was horde, like I was both a little bit in Cata. I spent a couple months in Cata being horde as well. And when I was horde, I was usually a troller and undead. I did some BM hunter PvP on horde side in Cataclysm, as well as actually some Resto Druid PvP. And then I just leveled a bunch of alts, just like an excessive number of alts were leveled on horde in MOP, back when I was in Trauma 2. Did you play during Vanilla? I made my main during Vanilla. No, I didn't play during Vanilla. I didn't start playing until late Wrath. The week that the ICC patch launched, where they introduced the Dungeon Finder, was when I started playing. So I completely missed out on the entire world of WoW that was before Dungeon Finder, and honestly, I'm fine with that. Simple planner. I need to set it up myself. Yeah, I like the, assuming that you're talking about the Simple Armory mount planner, I like it a lot. BMs are dead now. Beastmastery? Is it? I haven't played a hunter really since Legion Beta, or at least I haven't spent any time on it, so I wouldn't know. I feel like WoW is so much harder to maintain alts on than it used to be in the past, so I pretty much just try and focus on being good at my Shadow Priest, because I know if I spread myself too thin, I'm not going to be good at anything, and I can barely keep up with my Shadow Priest. So who is the loot for this? Oh, it's over there. Okay, cool. Cool. Hazel, fiance and I love your voice. You're adorable. Keep up the good work. Aw, thanks, Viper. I guess it technically makes you a Wrath baby. Yes, I am a Wrath baby, and they called us Wrath babies back in Wrath like it was some kind of term of derision, like, ugh, that was just a Wrath baby. They're so late to WoW. WoW's basically dead at this point. You've missed the glory days of WoW. What, 7 years ago? WoW's dead. Yeah. Not that many Wrath babies around anymore. I mean, there's some. I'm sure, like, I'd actually be really interested to see, like, a graph or some kind of infographic or metric, or I like pretty pictures on a screen that tells me, of the people that are currently active in WoW, when did they start playing, and did they take breaks, and if so, for what periods? Like, I would be really interested in that data. It exists somewhere. I don't know if it exists publicly, but that would be really interesting to see, like, what percentage of people are Wrath babies or Kata babies or Mott babies or WoD babies. Man, I used to have a buddy in WoD. He's still my friend, but he doesn't play WoW anymore. But his paladin was named WoD Baby Chase, and I thought that was hilarious. What are you drinking? Tea. I have some pu'er tea. It's not a particularly fancy pu'er. It's so unfancy, they haven't even told me what year it's from. It's just labeled as pu'er tuocho, which just means tiny cakes of pu'er tea. But it is pretty good, and I can't find a thingy to floop in the middle. It's on the outside somewhere, right? Like, where do I go? I can never find it. There's, like, an extra slipstream. Is it on the main platform? Let me go look over there one more time. Cat baby. I want that myself. It would save me the I played in vanilla meme drama. Yeah, it'd be funny to see how many people actually played in vanilla, because some of them are still around for sure, but I don't know how many of them. I've existed since 2002? Like, in WoW? Oh, no, you're Sargeras. You're probably in character. Okay. I thought you meant, like, you were born 2002, and I'm like, well, that would make you 15? Oh my god, that would make you 15 years old. 15-year-olds are online, and I was 15 when I was 16 when I started playing WoW, but oh my gosh. I'm not old. I'm not even close to old. I'm 24, but I'm starting to realize that being that age was like a long time ago, and it's a little bit freaky that in 2002 people were being born that are now 15 years old. Why don't you use Twitch anymore? I like YouTube better. I want to make a video that like really goes into Twitch versus YouTube streaming, but it's I don't have a date for that video just yet. It's just on my list of things. Mount. What's it called? I have a feeling if I have to ask what it's called, I didn't get it. I feel like I would notice. Alright, no mount, but let's go do Dragon Soul. We're going to do Dragon Soul in Heroic 25-man, and I'm going to remember. Actually, that's kind of why I did this on Heroic 25-man. Raid difficulty. Heroic 25-man. Alright, let's head to Dragon Soul. How do I get out of here? There's the door. I keep losing the door. Get the mount. Skater, but did you make a stropple? Oh, thank you. Okay. Oh, yeah. This is going to be interesting. It's not going to be like the whole WoW player base, but of the people here, you can vote in Skater, but straw poll if you want. And with when you started playing here, I'm going to vote Wrath. Vote. I don't play WoW, and I'm not sure why I'm watching this stream. Oh, man. I uninstalled a piece of software today, like right before the stream, because I didn't need it. It was like a webcam utility that I was going to try and use to make the cat cam work, but it turned out that I didn't actually need it to make the cat cam work. And I was uninstalling it, and after I installed it, there was like a survey, and it was like, can you please tell us why you're not using the software anymore? And I'm like, okay, sure. And, like, had a bunch of answers, like, it didn't do what I needed, or the watermark was bad, or I didn't want to upgrade to premium, or, like, whatever. And the very first one was, I'm clicking the first answer in the survey randomly. Obviously, I had to click that one. It was good. I enjoyed that. Hazel, if they came out with Murlocs as a playable race, would you turn your gnome into one? Absolutely not. I'm a gnome for life. Life! For Dragon Soul, there's a different mount in normal than it is in Heroic. They drop out the last boss, and Eltraxian can drop the experiment rate. Oh, interesting. I thought that they could all drop in Heroic. So, oh, I understand what you're saying. So I already have Experiment 12B, which means that the two drakes that I need are the Blazing Drake and the Lifebinder's Handmaiden. And the Lifebinder's Handmaiden is available only on Heroic. Blazing is available only on normal. So with that in mind, let's take a look at them. I'm pretty sure that I want the second one, but I'm just going to take a look. Blazing. Isn't the other one pink? I like pink things. It's hard-coded into my genes. Life Binders. Yeah, that's the one. Obviously, we need to do Heroic. Obviously. But that is good to know. I thought they could both drop in Heroic, so it's interesting to know that they actually don't. Appreciate that. Do ICC. Yeah, ICC is going to come after Dragon Soul. We're going to do Dragon Soul and then ICC. Back when Stranglethorn Vale was just STV and not Northern and Southern. Yeah, those are the days. Looking back on that, it kind of feels like when you used to have like a really old textbook in school that had the USSR instead of Russia, and then all of your teachers had to be like, oh yeah, no, it's not like that anymore. It's just we haven't replaced these textbooks since 1985. They both do drop in Heroic? Well, now I don't know what to believe. Hi Hazel, I love your videos. I'm bummed I can't pay Blizzard and don't have enough in-game gold to continue on building my pet collection. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, the gold price really has gotten out of hand with the whole Destiny thing. It's at like 127k. It's not going to really impact me as far as my sub fee goes because I have my, when WoW tokens first came out, I bought like a bunch. And I've like regularly added on to my WoW token time ever since. And I think I'm paid until December of 2018. Like, not the end of this year, but the end of next year, so I don't need to worry about that for a while. But it does mean that I'm not really buying tokens for, Overwatch stuff, which means that when Overwatch events come around that I want to do, I'm gonna have to actually play some Overwatch. Priest man, a lot of feathers. Yeah, this thing just kind of, like, poops out petals. I don't really, I feel like it didn't used to do that on the PTR, and they're like, man, you know what this thing needs is just, like, a gigantic storm of petals. Just, like, make it look like a really tacky, like, romance anime at all times. And I'm on board. It's alright. The shadow one poops at purple petals. Kitty, you want to lay down in your bed. You want to lay down in your cubby. It's nice in there. No. I talked to her, so now she's going to come over here. I'm just going to stop talking to her. She's so suspicious of the camera. She ignored it for, like, the first day I put it up, and then she noticed it, and she was like, oh, no. Oh no, this can't be good. I don't know what this is, but it can't be good. The priest mount molts a lot. Yeah, it's remarkable it has any feathers left on it. I played Demon Hunter tank and our mount is like a fall rabbit with wings. I wish we could fly. Like, I mean, your mount can fly. All of the class mounts can fly, but, yeah. The Demon Hunter one's a little bit strange. I think they're all cool. I don't really have a specific worst one, but Demon Hunter one's a little bit odd. When token prices get that high, I just decide to use real money for my sub again. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do, like, eventually. But, Kitty, instead of coming up here, why don't you sleep in your bed? You know what I need is I need to get, like, and I guess it's not necessary right now because of, it's summer and it's going to be really warm again soon. But if I got, like, a heated, you can get, like, these pet-safe electric blankets, like a little heated cat bed. I bet she would love that. I bet, like, you would just never get the cat out of it. Made in China glitter-covered Christmas ornament. Worst class mount is the mage. Oh no, I think the mage one's cool. They get the fidget spinner. Warrior class. No, the warrior class mount is awesome. It's got like big tusks. Hazel, can you show your add-ons very quickly or in a new video? Yeah, so I have some videos out for my add-ons that go over like the different aspects of them, but this is just like the short version. Angry Keystones is for Mythic Plus. Auctionator works together with TSM for my auctions. Auto Vendor is amazing. I had to turn on Bad Boy, specifically because Bad Boy Levels lets me filter whispers from people that are not on my friends list. It was really unfortunate that I had to do that, but I was getting some harassment that I just didn't want to read anymore. In addition to like a lot of really nice stuff, but I just had to filter it. And then Barrels of Easy makes the barrels add-on really easy. Bartender is this. Battleground Targets is PvP. Big Debuffs is PvP. Buy 'em All is a vendor add-on. I don't really use Can I Mog It anymore. I can probably get rid of that. Details is my damage meter. I've got Exalted Plus for specific amounts on the Exalted thing. Raid Tools, a couple more PvP add-ons. Gnosis is my cast bars. KUI is my nameplates. Map chords. Max Cam for camera distance. Menorahs Wardrobe Helper is amazing and everybody should get it. That's the transmog checklist. I'm gonna refresh that actually real quick. Pet Tracker I only use for the tracking enemy pet cooldowns. Pet Journal Enhanced, I will never get rid of it even if it becomes completely obsolete. I love it. Pawn for stat weights, of course. Rematch is a given. RC Loot Cancel is something that my raid uses. Shattered is my unit frames. Those are the unit frames up here. I need to make sure I'm using these on. Some of them should be enabled and they're not. Tell me when a weak auras are for, weak auras. And simple objective progress actually lets me see in a mouse over tooltip. I'm going the wrong way. Lets me see in a mouse over tooltip how much percentage a thing gives. So if I'm in like a world quest area and I need to like fill up a bar of like fight off the Burning Legion, which is super vague, I can mouse over a big demon and be like, okay, this demon's going to give me 8% credit towards that thing. Or actually, there's one world quest in Asuna, and it's one of the elite ones on like that big island in the south, kind of where the wardens are at. And it's one of those ones of like kill demons and stuff. And there's a certain type of mob that's like a boss. It's not a boss, but it's like a really tough mob. It's one of the Inquisitor dudes. And for whatever reason, even though all these other things count for like 10, 15%, that one dude counts for 2%. And he takes forever to kill. So now, because of that add-on, I know that he counts for like nothing, and I know to just avoid him. So that's what that's all about. Hazel, I like your hair today. Yo, what's up? How do I say your name? Is it Javier or Javier? Or, Javy Boy? I don't really know what to go there, but I wanted to ask you if I've missed any Savick streams. I know he didn't stream yesterday because of the whole Holenka thing. He was, like, bummed out about it. But now that he hasn't streamed for, like, a couple days, I get worried that it's because I weirded him out somehow in chat, and he's like, man, that Hazel chick keeps showing up to my streams, and she's making me uncomfortable. I'm just not gonna stream. And I just get really paranoid that it's me, but that might be a little bit too self-centered of me. No DBM? Oh, no, DBM's in there somewhere. I absolutely use DBM. I'm not really a big wigs kind of person. So, why didn't I get any? Oh, there's the loot. There's the loot. Gimme. Also, I need to see my actual little list. So, apparently I only need two pieces of loot from Heroic 25 thing, because apparently I've been farming the Leftbinder's Handmaiden for a while. So, I could have Madness give me Mob Dragon Lord, and Yorsage could give me a staff, which I actually would quite like. Javier. Okay, you want Javier. Alright, Javier. So it's a no on Javy Boy. I hated they took away Mindseer. Yeah, it's completely ruined. Absolutely 100% murdered doing solo content as a Shadow Priest. I just run it all as Holy now. Holy Nova plus the Feather is much better than anything you have as Shadow. Why do you want so many mounts? I'm actually kind of indifferent on the mount collecting thing. This is just a fun thing to do on stream, because if we actually get one, it'll be really exciting. How do you solo Spine without going insane? You do something else at the same time. You gotta take it easy on the mom. Hazel.exe is shut down. Give me a sec. I went too hard. I don't know what I'm worried on today. What was I saying? Oh, soloing Spine. Yeah, you gotta take it easy with the multitasking when you're trying to solo Spine. Because if you get distracted and fall off the thing, you're going to be really frustrated with yourself. Or you could be dumb and do what I did and blow up the wrong side of the dragon. So yeah, it's just patience. It doesn't take that long anymore, and you don't need to be active for a lot of it, but it's annoying. Menorahs Wardrobe Helper this is Menorahs Wardrobe Helper. That is the add-on that gives you a checklist of the appearances you still need from a raid. If you have ever collected transmog in your life, you need it. You absolutely need it. It's amazing. It's wonderful. It's life. It's going to get you super addicted to running raids for transmog. Hazel, please don't hate my comment. I don't hate it at all. I didn't see it. You don't need to kill the trash in this room. Well, maybe you don't. Maybe I need to. Maybe as a Shadow Priest, tentacles are very important to me, and I absolutely need to interact with every single one of them personally, even though I'm not like in Shadow Spec right now. Yeah, I don't know why I'm so wired. I've been having like really strange mood swings in like the past week, specifically today and like yesterday. But like, because I talked about a little bit on the vlog, but I got all this new software. Give me my stuff. He's not giving me my stuff. I'm gonna reload my UI. I got the Adobe Creative Cloud subscription plan. I got onto that to get me some better editing software. So I have like Premiere Pro, and I have full Photoshop, and I have After Effects, and like just a bunch of other cool stuff. And I go back and forth, and I've gone through to like the options and effects and stuff. Not all of them, but I've gotten a basic idea. Oh, I did get stuff. Okay. I've gotten a basic idea of what it can do, and I go back and forth between being really excited to make stuff and like having ideas for cool projects I want to do and ideas for projects I want to do like 5 years down the road, and just like plans, and just getting like ridiculously excited and hyped up and ready to go and do it, and like working for like ages and like staying up half the night and like just way too much energy about it. And then I'll like flip a switch, and all of a sudden like I get super overwhelmed and frustrated because I don't know how to use the tools effectively, and then I just need a nap because I didn't sleep, and I just like completely crash. And I really wish I could just level out and just chill and get some work done. She confirmed, excuse me, that's not very nice. Servers have been very laggy since the patch launch today. On EU? Because I've had some server issues on NA as well, actually. Hazel will come to Sweden and I'll give you Swedish meatballs. That's very nice of you, but even if I did come to Sweden, which I would like to do one day, I would love to visit many European countries. But I'm pescatarian, I don't eat meatballs. Why buy things when you can try open source like Blender? Blender's pretty good. Honestly, it's not really about the modeling. It was about getting Premiere Pro, and then I just liked the value of getting all of the other Adobe professional software with it. Just to give me options. And also, I've actually used Blender, and while it is great software and it's very capable for free, I had a really hard time getting started in it, and there's just more resources for the Adobe software because it's so widely used in the professional space. How do you avoid getting tossed off on the Deathwing during the fight? So the key to that is that if he is going to spin over, you need to be either A, stuck to one of the goopy things, which I'll show you. I'll show you when we get there. But you either need to be A, stuck to a goopy thing, or B, strafing back and forth across the middle of his back to prevent him from spinning over. So I'm going to auto-vendor all this stuff. I'm going to show you guys this magical process of opening the vendor window and then closing it. You can see that it is actually vendoring the soulbound epic gear that is below my set item level. I love that. I freaking love that. And then because I want to add some more stuff to my junk list, because I'm never going to need to keep Leggings of the Corrupted Protector, I can add them to my junk list. Same thing with this. It automatically does not junk things with use effects, just in case it's got like a cool use effect you want to keep. But, and then one more. And once something's added to your junk list, it's added there permanently, which is kind of nice. Well, not permanently, you can take it off, but, oh, slash junk. I have a macro for this, but I haven't actually done it. Okay. So now I can do that again. That's going to get rid of all those things that I just added to my list. Let's add Soul Shifter Vortex. I only have to do this the first time that I decide to do something, but it's also not going to vendor BOE. So for example, it got me that BOE. It didn't vendor it because I can sell that, and I can get about 550 gold for that, which is kind of nice. Get rid of the last couple things. I don't need that. I probably need those. My equipment sets are in such bad shape. I haven't simmed my character in so long that I'm just keeping everything that might possibly maybe be an upgrade just in case it actually is. And it's resulted in me just carrying around like a lot of gear. She's wearing a Savix t-shirt? Yo, Savix is the best shirts. I have 3 of them now. This is the gangster seagull shirt. You can see he's got like a hat and like a chain. He's like, yo, what's up? There's a reason why I don't do the gangster thing. But I also have I just recently bought like the one that he puts on the end of his videos in like the thumbnail, like the white one with the trees on it because I like trees. And then he sent me a bonus one because he's a sweetheart. That it's weird. It's a weird shirt, but I like it. Do you have any tips for new Mistweaver monks, where to get the best gear and what to focus on past level 10? Really helps out. Okay. So don't even worry about your gear until max level, honestly. Don't even worry about it. Like, you'll get stuff from questing. If you do dungeons, you'll get stuff from dungeons. If you have heirlooms, then you're set. If you don't have heirlooms, but you can get heirlooms, like if it's an alt, then I highly recommend getting the gold together to get yourself heirlooms. But if it's your first ever character, then don't even worry about gear. It's not going to matter until max level, so just chill on the gear. What to focus on past level 10 is really probably for Mistweaver dungeons. Because you're a healer, your best effectiveness is going to be in dungeons. So queuing for random dungeons, getting to see all the different like leveling dungeons content, and practicing using the different buttons is your best bet. Hazel is so white it hurts. Like, you mean the color balance or like my ethnicity, or both? Because I've been playing around with my webcam color balance to try and make me look both not ghostly and not yellow, and it's very hard because I'm not naturally a very nice color. So good in PvP. Mistweavers. She's pretty fly for a white gal. I'm not. Sometimes, like, if I put on like my cap and like my sunglasses, if I don't move, it's fine. But as soon as I start to move, you're like, oh my gosh, this person needs to sit down. I can't watch it, it hurts. Did they change anything when you re-roll spec? I used to go holy when I farm stuff, but now after the patch, my DPS is really low. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. I haven't seen anything like that. I haven't noticed it myself, but it could be true. Hazel, what is your favorite mount? I'm a real big fan of that monk class mount, honestly. Oh, you know what? This one. No, not that one, not that one. What's it called? This one. Pardon me. This thing is so cool. It flies, but without wings. I love mounts that don't have wings, but still fly with the regular running animation, like this one, like the Horseman's mount. It's like the Undead Horse, and I've always loved the Undead Horse, but it's like a ghost version of it. Plus, like, nobody has it because it's a trading card game mount, which makes it ridiculously expensive these days. I didn't pay that much gold for it, but that was because I bought it back in WoD when inflation was high and trading cards were everywhere. And it's just a really cool mount. I love that Ghastly charger. Making fun. I was making fun of the Gangsta Hazel thing. Oh, no, that's okay. You're perfectly within your rights to make fun of the Gangsta Hazel thing. It's pretty ridiculous. Did you get Skater, but did you get my email that had your, like the preview thing of your July art? I sent it, but you never told me if you got it, and I was kind of expecting a reaction or something, because it's kind of goofy. So rare. It's pretty, yeah, it's not like I tried really hard to get it, though. It's just, in Warlords, I had buttloads of gold because I was doing the garrison thing on 11 characters, and the only thing to do with it at that point, like, there was no WoW token, so the only thing to do with all my gold was to, buy auction house mounts, and after I got my Spectral Tiger, I just started buying up the TCG mounts. Oh, thanks, old dirtiest Stan. I wonder, why isn't my alert working? Maybe it's just, like, lagging. But thank you so much for the T-tips, Hazel. Ordered some puer and oolong. Oh, you're the guy that sent me that email. I'm really happy that you ordered some. I bet you're really gonna like it. It's something that I can't imagine myself going about my life without. Is Death Knight a waste of time? I mean, if you think hard enough about it, anything could be a waste of time, but if you enjoy playing a Death Knight, you do you. I don't think it's a waste of time. It does good damage, they're useful, they look cool in gear, they have some of the coolest transmog. Alright, yo, Calicos, I did it. Send me up. Hit me up. Give me something else to do. I wanna actually make it through a couple of raids and have a higher chance to get a mount. We've never gotten a mount on stream. We've gotten a couple legendaries, but never gotten a mount. You did? Okay, cool. You should be an artist from Blizzard and I'd buy your version of that skin. Aw, shucks. I want to practice drawing and get better to the point where I can redo my own channel graphics, because one of the things that was on my Patreon goal that we just hit was considering, I didn't guarantee it, but I said I would consider commissioning a new channel banner, because on my YouTube channel, that banner, I like it a lot, but I had that commissioned 4 years ago, like a long time ago. It's old at this point, and while it's still cute and it still pretty much represents what I do, I would really like to have a more modern version. And I could pay an artist to do it, and I might, but I'm a little bit tapped on my improvement budget, because you guys wouldn't believe the amount of stuff that I've been getting to, like, try and get the baking streams off the ground, and also to, like, improve the regular stuff. But and the other thing was, I think it would be really, like, I'd really like having complete creative control over doing, like, a new icon and banner and whatever. But I'm not a really great artist yet, so I need to practice more so I can really come up with something cool and then do it. And then if I get good enough to do it, I could just, like, make a new one whenever. Like, probably not every month, but, like, maybe every season. Do you accept friend requests? I do not. I do not accept friend requests. I wish I had a good excuse for you, but I don't want to. You inspired me to run through one of the 4 wins, and I finally got them out a few minutes ago. Nice! Congrats, Rachel! Oh, I'm really happy for you and also very jealous. Oh, man, that's awesome. I wish I had a mount. Maybe it'll give me the Lightbinders Handmaiden. I would like that. Are they still chatting? Okay, Thrall, speak to me when you're ready to begin. I am ready. Hit me. Go. If I respec, do I need to farm AP for the weapon also? Yeah. Yeah, you do. Your artifact knowledge carries over, so you're going to be earning artifact power at the same rate. So your early points are going to go really quickly. But yeah, you gotta put brand new AP into the second weapon. It doesn't switch over in the slightest, and it's really frustrating. I'm unsure if we're playing a Mistweaver Monk or a Ret/Holy Paladin. Well, first of all, you gotta decide if you want to heal or DPS, because those are very different activities in WoW. You'll end up just doing different things. So pick between that, and if you decide to DPS, then I guess you're a Ret Paladin, and if you decide to heal, then either flip a coin, or look through fan art and see what looks cool, or play both of them at the class trial. Like, you can make a level 100 class trial and try out what the class feels like at 100, or maybe 110, I don't remember, and see which one, like, feels and looks more fun to you. Of those two, I prefer Mistweaver, because I've always had an odd thing. I thought Holy Paladins are just a little bit odd. I understand why they're healing on plate, but at that point, just take off your plate and put on some comfy jammies and be a priest. I mean, come on now. But that's just me. That's just me. Is Gesture Lock viable in PvE and PvP? No idea about PvP. I have been out of that loop for a while now, but they do alright in PvE. I think isn't AF the better spec right now? Honestly, I have no idea what the balance is in 725. I need to do some research. I want to figure out what the best damaging Death Knight spec is, because once I'm, like, grinding artifact power at 110 on my Death Knight, like, after I finish leveling it, I want to, like, the problem I have with my Monk right now is that I've got my Monk, and I decided to go Brewmaster for tanking, and that's been good. And I'm, like, 883 right now-ish, like, almost 885, and I still do the most garbage damage on the planet. Like, I'm doing world quests and, like, world bosses, whatever, and I'm pulling, like, 150k, and I'm like, this is terrible. It takes me 10 minutes to kill any kind of a quest boss. So And I'm like almost done, so I'm gonna stick with the Brewmaster thing, but I want to do one of the DPS specs next time so I can actually like do some damage by the time I get like at least a little bit of gear. So I want to know if Frost or Unholy does more damage. I feel like it's got to be Frost. I got the Ghastly Charger for 25k back in Kata. Dang, that's actually a really good price. I think I paid like 125 for it. Obviously now it goes for I think closer to 1,000,000 gold, but 25k is dirt cheap. Frost is a lot stronger now. I still prefer Unholy. Unholy, Frost. Okay, I'm getting conflicting opinions here. The troubles of tanky, yeah. And, you know, I don't take all that much damage. I haven't died in a long time. And I like throwing the beer at people and then lighting them on fire. Like, that just seems like smart physics, but maybe that's not physics. I mean, throwing the beer at them is kind of physics because it falls because of gravity. Unholy is better than Frost. Unholy is better, but Frost is more fun. Both are pretty good. Frost is DPS king. Yeah, I'm gonna have to actually look that up. You get a pet to keep you company with Unholy. I do enjoy pet specs, but I don't really understand how either spec does damage, and the Frost buttons seemed easier. Like, at level 60, the Frost buttons felt easier, but I should try them. Don't play DK. So I'm not, like, switching to DK, and I'm not, like, really gonna play it much, but I'm gonna play it enough to get the pets. Like, every alt that I've played in Legion has been purely for the purpose of getting the unique battle pets that are specific to that class. Because I want to collect as many pets as I can. I've got, 855 unique pets right now, and I want more. I want as many as I can get. So that means getting a Death Knight to 110, finishing Breaching the Tomb, and getting Concordance of Legion Fall on all 3 Death Knight specs, which is going to be an adventure. It means doing the same thing on Monk, except I only need Concordance in 1 spec, which I almost have. It means getting a Rogue to the portion of Breaching the Tomb where you're unlocking your follower, and I'm pretty sure that gives you crackers. And then it also means getting that darn Hateful Eye to drop. Actually, you know what I should do is after this, I'll do the Hateful Eye thing. I have my Warlock, leveled up to like 105, 106, and she just sits in her class hall, and every single day, every single gosh darn day, I kill the Ritual of Doom boss to try and get the Hateful Eye, and I've been doing this for over a month now, over 30 times, and I have seen so many other people get that Hateful Eye in my group, and not once has it happened for me. And I just need it to happen so I can stop being a warlock, because I'm a shadow priest. It hurts. I feel like an imposter. Time to level with Unholy now. I figured I was going to level, like, anytime I'm doing dungeon leveling, I'm just going to tank for Q times. What did I get? No mount, but that's good because I already have that mount. You are a pet machine. I'm actually not even top 10 on my server. Lightbringer is the most competitive pet server that I know of. There may be more, like maybe some of the really big servers are more competitive, but Lightbringer's rough. I'm, I think, rank 14 with my 855 pets. Keep in mind, I think about 853 of those are level 25 as well, and they're all rare. Can't keep up. Can't keep up. I'd like a Murloc playable race and a Bard class. I've thought about the Bard class thing, but I don't know how they would actually implement it. Maybe you should play Horde. Maybe you should... I don't have a good comeback, but I really like being Alliance. I have so much Alliance swag. I have a big Alliance sticker in my PC. I have like 5 Alliance shirts in my places where I keep shirts. I'm blanking on what you call the thing where you put the shirts. Not the closet. They don't hang up because they're just like t-shirts. Dresser? Wardrobe. Tried to get that Druid hidden artifact weapon. You need to loot some sort of soil. It took me 6 months after launch to get it. Aw, dang, that's rough. I got that one, actually, because I got both of the Druid pets back when I was actually playing my Druid, luckily enough. And I got the hidden... I didn't even know there was a hidden appearance when I got it, which would probably trigger a lot of people that are really looking for it. But yeah, it's... I mean, the soil thing, at least you can just go loot the soil. Like, with the Ritual Doom thing, I gotta find 2 other Warlocks every single day. And then convince them to click on my thing without launching their own thing and ruining the cooldown. And then it always kills you, and I just want to be done with it. Hello, Hazel. How are we today? Sup, Robin? I am doing quite well right now. I am cooking. I'm feeling good. Dresser? Thank you. I got the skin for Rest of the First Plant I got. That's lucky. You guys actually know what I got really lucky with this week was my very first time into the Chromie thing. My very first Time Lost wallet gave me one of the pets. I got my Ageless Bronzed Rake on the very first Time Lost wallet that I opened. Gave me the pet. I was very excited about that. So I have I have all the new pets with the exception of, obviously I don't have the raid pet, and I also don't have the, oh, it doesn't show me the previews for those anymore. It makes me so upset. I want to soak them. Anyways, yeah, I don't have the raid pet. I don't have the Sun Darter hatchling yet because I haven't made my video for that yet. That's going to be this weekend. But I have the new rogue pets because what's your YouTube username? Skaterbum was nice enough to send them to me, and then I have the Kermie pets as well. You made me a mixtape? Should do a video on the druid soil for the class pet. I'm probably gonna do a video detailing what you need to do for all of the class pets, like going over the whole collection of what the class pets are and how you need to get them, and like what exactly needs to be done on each class alt to get the pet, because that's kind of what I'm going through right now, so I'll probably do that. Hi, it's Swag. How do you have the time to get all the pets and mounts? I mean, it's cumulative, right? Like, once you get a pet, you have it, like, forever, unless you decide to cage it and throw it out for some ungodly reason. So it's not really a matter of spending a bunch of time every day. It's just a matter of, I've played this game for 8 years. Took me, sorry, mental math. I played this game for like 7 or 8 years, and that stuff kind of stacks up. The Demon Hunter version of the Hateful Eye requirement is a lot easier to level level a DH. Is it easier? Like, what do I do? Is it easier than the boss? Can I do it by myself? Does it not involve killing a boss? Because I have a Demon Hunter. She's at level 100, like most people's Demon Hunters when they didn't actually play Demon Hunters. I guess I know you could also get it from Demon Hunter, but I figured because I had the Warlock already, like, set up to do it. I cage all my pets and throw them away. That's blasphemy. Remember well enough to be referred to as what's his name? No, I was just trying to remember which name to use that people in chat would recognize you as, because you have a lot of usernames, dude. Do any mounts draw off the Chromie scenario? Nope. No mounts. No mounts. You get 1 transmog set for finishing it, 2 pets out of the time lost wallets, a title for getting max rep, and that's it. Have you ever seen a cow using a weapon? Of course not. That's why Taurens make the best mugs. Taurens look so goofy as most things, to be honest with you. Alright, set Blackhorn. Get down here. Sit down. Take a bath. Oh, I should probably kill the Drake, huh? Are they ever gonna open up Demon Hunters to other races? Oh, for a second I was like, you're trolling me. Demon Hunters can be every race. Then I realized that's monks. I doubt it. Maybe. But, I feel like because of the way the tattoo thing works, it would be a lot of extra art time. It's kind of why they don't want to open up Druid Stormer races. It's not because of the Druid lore, although it's kind of because of the Druid lore. It's because they don't want to design 4 forms for every new race. Okay, time to do Spine. Oh boy, let's go. Taurens look goofy, but you play a gnome, bro. Yo, I don't look goofy at all. I am a super, super serious champion of the forces for good and evil in this very serious, gritty fantasy world. Thank you very much. Like, look at my roar. Watch. I spun my mess. Roar! Look how scary I am. I am terrifying. I'm super, super serial. Alright, so Justice and Glory, let's do Spine. And if anybody has been having issues soloing this, I'll show you what you gotta do. It's not hard, it's just boring as heck. So we're gonna kill 3 of these things, and then we're gonna park ourselves in one of the gooey bits. At older levels, this used to damage you a lot. It still kinda does, but you're not really gonna take any damage. Deathwing's gonna spin now, and that's gonna rinse off all these hideous amalgamations. Those do not stay on his back. The goo will, but the dudes don't. So, we're not going to need an amalgamation until we have 9 blood spawns. So basically it's going to spin. Those guys are going to go, woo, there we go, bye. And now I'm just going to sit here and talk to you guys and wait for 9 blood to spawn. So we're just going to count to 9. And chill. Gnomes taste good. It's rude. Terrifying like a creepy porcelain doll. Oh man, I had a family member, like relative or distant relative or something, that used to give me porcelain dolls as a kid, but they weren't to play with, they were to keep in their boxes and never open, and those things were creepy as heck. I hated those things. I race changed my human mage to a gnome because you make gnomes look so good. Did you really race change? Because I went human to gnome as well, and honestly I love it, but that's really funny if I got somebody else to do that. My favorite toy? I don't use a lot of toys. I like the priest one that gives me my little ravens back, but I don't actually remember to use it ever. I like using the BFF necklace on people in raid. The flippable table's pretty sweet. I don't know if I have like a favorite. There's nothing that I really use all the time, honestly. I usually forget that I even have a toy box. As you can see, I don't really collect toys. I get them whenever they happen, but I don't go out of my way to get them. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So I got 9. So now that he's rolled, I'm gonna start strafing over the middle. And that's going to stop him from rolling while we're doing this next part. I'm going to kill the thing, That's going to make an amalgamation spawn. I'm going to continue strafing. You don't have to do this rapidly, but I just do it just in case. So basically, once you kill the bloods, they leave some goo on the ground. And then you drag the dude over the goo until he has 9 stacks. Once he has 9 stacks, you kill him directly adjacent to the plate on the front of the dude and continue strafing because Deathwing will roll you off the first chance he gets. So he blows up, the plate pops up, you kill the burning tendons, and then you repeat this twice more. So then I'm going to pop a new thing, park my butt over here. You can see that's what one of the goo puddles looks like, and if you have a bunch of those, you can actually just drag the dude over the existing ones to get stacks, but I just wait until there's new stuff and AoE them down all at once because I'm lazy. I had one of the scary dolls one day, it was not there, and I never figured out where it went. My headcanon for where that story went is somebody just sold it, because I feel like they were worth some, well, people thought they were worth money. I don't know if they were actually worth money. It might be kind of like the Beanie Baby thing. I don't use toys. Hazel 2017. I'm gonna move right on from that. Cat cam. Oh, you're right. She's laying down. She's laying down. Cat cam. All right, I'll adjust it. I need to adjust it really sneakily so that she doesn't wake up and leave. Where's the cat cam label? Cat cam label. There we go. All right. I'm gonna put this back on the side. There we go. Okay, so I gotta adjust that carefully. So I need to move it a little bit. Just like that. Close enough. I could get it closer, but I don't want to spook her, so I'm just gonna leave it just like that. Okay, so we got 2, 4, 6, 8. Enough. All right. The other thing is you want to make sure that if you don't know how long it's been since that message happened when it says he's gonna roll, then just wait until he's finished rolling, just so you don't accidentally get flown off. Because if he rolls and you are on his back, you're done. You are done. So make the stuff. Next expansion, when you actually kill the thing with that, that's gonna be kind of a pain in the butt. But for now, that I can just Holy Nova and it doesn't quite kill the dude. Alright, so I think we have to do it one more time after this. Maybe this is the last one, I don't remember. Yeah, one more time. Una mas. Sit myself right over here. Watch the cat leave now, right? It's always how it goes. I love her. Me too. That is my baby. I keep pointing over this way because that's where she is in relation to me, but I know the camera's on the other side, but that is my baby. She sleeps with me, like, she doesn't sleep with me, like, every night, all night, but she'll, like, come check in and cuddle for a while, and then she never, ever, ever misses a nap time. Kitty sleeps sitting up, clearly related to Chuck Norris. Hazel, I'm back from last Friday's stream. You said that already, Robert. Hazel, can you do your intro? I like your intro. My intro? You mean where I say, hi, I'm Hazel? Hi, I'm Hazel. What's up? Sunday or Hatchling? I'm gonna do that video. I'm gonna start it tonight and hopefully finish it tomorrow to put out on Sunday. I am honestly like 5% grumpy that they discovered it right before a weekend because I like taking weekends off to sleep in and hang out with my cat, but I'll do it. What 3 pets do you usually run with for dailies? I have my teams for each tamer set up in rematch, so I just mouse over the tamer, my team loads, and then I just do it with whatever the team was that I used in my video. I don't use the same pets for everything. Once I get my rematch strings kind of sorted out, so has he finished rolling? Yeah, I think so. Once I get my rematch strings sorted out, I'm going to put them probably on my Patreon, but I don't know when I'm gonna have time to do that because a lot of my older rematch strings are like not updated or not accurate or like they just need work. So no time on that. All right, blow it up, do it. I want to move on from this fight. I want to run ICC. We've got a whole hour left. I bet I can get all the way through ICC and maybe even another raid, maybe even like Vault. All right. Do it less awkwardly? My intro? No. What does pu'er taste like? Is it fruity or green or have a spice? So pu'er, this is gonna sound bad, but it tastes like dirt. It tastes like, it's a very intensely earthy taste. It's very hard to describe, but it's not gross. And it's, like, a good one isn't even really astringent. It's like a very smooth taste, but the closest thing I can really describe it to is honestly dirt. I'm sure you can like Google and find a better description of it. And I know that doesn't sell it. Like usually it's like earthy with like something else. So like one of the ones that I was drinking it was kind of like it tasted like an old forest smells. And then there was one that's like tasted like really ripe fruit, like really, really ripe fruit, but like in a very earthy sort of rich way. I'm not selling it very well. It's one of those things that you just kind of gotta have, like if you tried to describe the taste of beer to somebody that had no notion of what beer was, there's no good way to describe that, and honestly, I still think beer is kind of gross. How do you feel about Nixium always kicking gnomes, does he? I honestly don't watch, like, a lot of YouTube, a lot of WoW YouTube anyways, and I didn't know that, and that means we're at war. Is Shadow Priest your favorite spec in class? Yes. Yep. 100%. 100% my favorite spec in class. I love being Shadow Priest, and I wouldn't ever really switch. I used to switch alts like clockwork until I found Shadow Priest, and then I was like, you know what? This is it. This is my thing. This is what I'm gonna be. I like being a ranged DPS. I like being purple. Even when they've, like, redesigned the way Shadow Priest works, I've always enjoyed whatever it turns out to be. So, it's good stuff. Maybe my local tea house will have some that I could try. That's the thing, is if you can go to a tea house, go to a tea shop, ask them for their best beginner pour. The ones that I drink typically are shoe pours, so, like, that means ripe. They're usually a bit cheaper because you've got two different types. I'm gonna make a video at some point, but you've got two different types of pu'er tea. There's sheng, which is raw, and there's shu, which is ripe. So a young sheng, like a sheng pu'er that's not very old, is gonna be risky. Like, it could taste bad, it could taste bitter, it could taste like fish. It could, like, those are risky. Like, if it's a good one, it's really expensive, it's probably gonna be fine. But you're not really supposed to, like, it's not really a thing, unless you're oddly into that, to drink young sheng. The thing that people like to do is age sheng. So, much like wine, you'll be like, oh man, this is a 2004 sheng pour, this is like a 1999, this is like a whatever, and it's been aged. Now, because it's been aged so long, they're freaking expensive, especially for a good one. So, to get around that, there's shu pour, which is ripe, and technically, it has been almost composted, like it's cooked. They cook the tea to kind of imitate the effects of aging it, without actually having to actually age it so much. So the shu pour tea is usually more approachable. It's a little bit more, it's a little bit smoother, usually a little bit darker. It's cheaper, and you don't need to get, like, the super old ones. But you're not going to get the same sort of flavor nuance that you might get out of a really good sheng pour. But for people like me that are just brewing it Western style, like, there's a type of tea brewing called gung fu brewing, where you use lots of tea, teeny tiny little teapot, little bits of water, and then you repeat it like 10 to 30 times. Like, you're brewing a single teeny cup of tea like 10 to 30 times in a row. And the whole point of that is that you get more characteristics out of the tea, and you can kind of see how it evolves throughout a brewing session. But I don't have time for that. I don't have time. I don't have the special teapot. I'm not getting into that. So I brew Western style, which is, like, normal. Like, you get a teapot, you get some tea, you brew it for like a minute or 2 or 3, and then you just drink your tea. And shu pour, the ripe one, takes better to the takes better to Western style brewing. And I'm gonna stop. I'm done. I'm gonna stop talking about tea. Maybe I'll make a video at some point. But did we get it? I got my Maw of the Dragon Lord. I didn't get the mount. So we're gonna move on to ICC. We're going to run heroic 25-man ICC to try and get invincible. So I need to get to, I'm trying to think of the fastest way. So we can go Shrine Old Doll North, or we can just go, my loading screens aren't that long. I'll go Shrine Old Doll North. Do you speak Spanish? No, I speak just English. A little teeny tiny. I don't even speak French. I remember a couple words of French from high school. I couldn't actually navigate in a French-speaking country. And then I probably know as many words of Korean now as I do French, purely because I watch way too much Korean dramas and broadcasts. Shrine. Hazel, hi. What's up? USA, not EU. I'm on any servers. You don't speak Elvish, no. No, I would like to pick up a second language, but it's not high enough on my list of things to do to move the other things that I would rather do first. I would prefer to like get really good at this new software that I've got. Like, I want to get really good at Premiere Pro. I want to get really good at After Effects. I want to make just like the most ridiculous, over the top, like 3D effects and animations for my pet battle videos, because why not? Like, I have the tools. I think it would be fun. Plus, I was so I have Adobe Audition now, which is audio recording software. Up to this point, for my videos, I record all my audio using a free piece of software called Audacity, which is great. You can do a lot of post-processing. It's really easy to use. It's free. Mac, PC. It's great. It's good stuff. But I was messing around with Audition, and Audition has these effects, and I can make myself sound like I'm underwater. I can make myself sound like a boxing announcer. I can make myself sound like a dude. And I was like playing with all these effects, and I was like, I could record a whole movie with nothing but me in it. And I was like, I want to do that. So I'm excited. I want to get really good at all of this crazy software I have now, and that is going to be a process because there's a lot of it and none of it's easy. But it's not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be useful. So I'm heading to ICC. Let's empty our bags a little bit here. Let's clean up our bags. I hope you get Invincible. Nobble has it and uses it a lot. He's my main source for WoW lore. As far as I know, he's like the only source for... Well, he's probably not the only source for WoW lore, but he's like the accepted quality source. I think Haruma Red X actually does WoW videos too, and his are quite, like, lore videos, and his are quite good as well. But Nobble is like the one, you know? The Paragon. Let's get rid of all of this extra stuff. If I was being thorough, I'd be adding it to my junk list, but I'm being lazy, so I'm just gonna not. I need to sell that. I'm gonna stop by the bank and dump some of these extra pet things in there. Get the Orphan Fellbat. Yes, I do have the Orphan Fellbat. I didn't get it to drop for myself. I haven't gotten a single gosh darn thing from those Paragon chests, and I have done them. Here, let me show you. I have opened... Oh, hang on. I have opened 4 Legion Fall. Why you no tell me anymore? Oh, it's broken. Okay. Oh, it's like overlaid. Why are you doing that? What if I... Okay, it's not worth reloading my UI for it, but I've basically underneath all those, between usually 5 and 7 chests for all of the reps, not a single mount, pet, or toy, not even the Warden's toy. But my buddy Flabby got the Fellbat pretty early, and he gave it to me because he's a bro. So should I do this with 83 bag slots? I'm tempted to just dump all my gear in there, but I'm never gonna remember what I need to take out later for raids, so I'm gonna not. I just got back from an audition. Wish me luck. It's good to sit down and watch your stream. Ah, cool. That's so cool, Jonathan. I wish you the best of luck, and I very much hope that you get it. And even if you don't, you'll get it eventually. Or maybe not that one, but you'll get one eventually. And don't disrespect my boy. I'm not disrespecting anybody. I love Nobble. He's great. I want to be just like Nobble when I grow up. I had 2, and I wanted to give you one. I opened over 48 caches to get my unicorn mount, so I feel your pain. Yeah, see, I can't really complain about not having gotten any mounts because I haven't opened 48 of anything. I've opened, like, 5 to 7 of each one. It's just all my friends that are lazier than me are getting them. But yeah, I've started to consider doing all of the Dreamweaver's world quests every day purely to get the unicorn mount, because like you said, it's the best one. But I can barely keep up with my emissaries. I don't know how I'm going to start raiding again. Raid starts next week, and obviously I'll have the time, but I don't know how I'm going to make room for it. How is your Exalted rep not full? My Paragons don't tell me. That is an add-on. I have an add-on that makes my Exalted reps appear as progress bars as opposed to just full. That is also the one that is telling me how many I've filled, although obviously it's not working quite correctly. That's what it looks like when it's working normally. That add-on is called Exalted Plus. One word. Do you play FNAF? What would FNAF be? FNAF. Final numbers about fish. Five Nights at Freddy's. Sorry, it's not a fish game. No, never played it. Also, it looks scary, and then I don't do scary. I played an Amnesia game once, like 4 years ago. There's a Let's Play on my channel. It's extremely old, in terrible quality, and that's it. That's the end. That's all you get. Kitty, did I wake you up, Kitty? I'm sorry. You can stay there. You're good. Kitty's adorable. Thanks, Feather. Favorite expansion is probably... I mean, people ask me this every week, and I'm pretty sure my answer changes. But... Cataclysm. I love me some Cataclysm. Cata was the good stuff. I want a mount that leaves a trail of flakes. You just gotta be a priest, and then you gotta finish the Breaching the Tomb class campaign, and then you gotta do the quest. Although the priest mount quest for the mount... really easy compared to the other one I did so far. The monk one was like a lot more work. Although maybe it's just because I have a lot more gear on my priest. But the priest one is pretty much just like follow along watching a role-playing journey and then kill some stuff. That's all in one spot. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to look for anything. You just kill some stuff in one spot and then you get it. Best add-on to get debuffs on target nameplates. You want either tidy plates or KUI nameplates. Actually, default does it too, I think. I think you can get it with default UI, but I use KUI nameplates. To track debuffs on nameplates. YouTube crashed? Oh no! FNF means Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah, that occurred to me. No, I've never played it. How are you doing tonight? I just subscribed to your channel. Oh, thanks, Raven. The unicorn should leave a rainbow trail? Well, because it's like a Dreamweaver's unicorn. You know how it's like green, right? Like it's about the elves. It's a Velshara thing. It's like a green unicorn. What if it left like the flowers in the grass that Resto Druids leave with their artifact underneath them, you know? Or there was like that toy. Oh, it would be so cool if it left flowers. But then I would want it even more, and I still don't have it, so I'd probably just be even more upset. Started playing WoW 8 years ago-ish, Wrath. I'm off early today. I may be back. See you later, Adam. Why are you doing this dungeon if it's too easy? Because it has a chance to drop me a mount, and I like mounts, and we want them. I'll show you which one in a sec here. Also, the other reason is I'm picking up, like, old materials like cloth and stuff. Like, you can sell a lot of this stuff, so it's okay for gold, mostly for mounts. The mount that we're looking for is called Invincible. It looks like this. It's like a crazy skeleton horse. It's got like some bones. There's a lot of lore behind this. This was, I believe, Arthas's horse that like died, and then he brought it back up when he was like being a Death Knight or something. I'm a little fuzzy on the finer details of the story. I read the book, actually. I just don't remember. But yeah, it's a cool horse, and we want the cool horse. Also, it can fly. It's got wings. It can fly. Kitty, are you frozen? No, she's blinking. Okay. She sits so still that I always worry that the camera's frozen, but no, it's just the cat sitting pretty still. Have you finished the Chromie scenario? No. No. I have, honestly, at the end of my days lately, because I get so excited about the videos that I want to work on, and I spend like a long time working on them, and I get up really early to start, well, work. To like, you know, like walk my dog and have some breakfast and like get myself set up to like start making videos and stuff. So I get up really early, so I go to bed kind of early. So basically, after I'm done work and I'm done making dinner and like eating dinner with my husband and like, and I'm ready to actually sit down and play some WoW before bed, I have like 35 minutes left. So with my 35 minutes a day that I have left to play WoW in the last couple days, I've played the Chromie scenario pretty much exclusively. I've been grinding the rep to get the extra tiers of talents, but I haven't had a chance to actually make any kind of a success attempt yet. I finished the book after 10 years. Yeah, I was kind of thinking about going back and reading the WoW books purely for being more informed about the lore, but I don't know. I've got other books I would rather be reading. I started reading the Magician's books. I don't know if any of you have seen the Magician series on Sci-Fi. It's only okay, but the books are incredible. Like, if you were a Harry Potter fan back in the day, and you are now, like, between the ages of... Kitty, where are you going? Of, like... Oh, butts. I wasn't supposed to press that 2 button. If you read the Harry Potter books back in the day, but you're an adult now, and you want... It's, like... It's kind of an adult version of Harry Potter, but a little bit less so. Like, it's not a blatant ripoff or anything. It's its own story. The Magician's novels are excellent. They're really, really entertaining. And I would recommend them to anybody. And I've been reading them, and I've been, like struggling to do other things in my life in addition to reading them, because it's just so tempting to just go on one of those like summer reading style 6-hour book binges. I should probably turn off that cat cam because she's gone now. Kitty, I don't know where you went, and I don't know why you're gone, but you're gone. You should come visit. Oh, you know what I can do, actually? Hang on, I got an idea. Oh man. Man, my cool reveal, my cool idea reveal. My cool idea reveal is gone. But that'll do. Put the GoPro on the cat. The Warcraft Chronicles are really good. Everyone should read them. Something about putting the term Chronicles on a book does not make me especially excited to read it, to be totally honest with you. Like, is it like an anthology? Like, what is it? Mischief. Have you ever tried D&D? Kind of. Back in, not high school, but the period after high school and before I got a real job. It was briefly after I had dropped out of college and, well, university and moved back home. I played in a Pathfinder group. So not Dungeons & Dragons, but made by the same people. It was like a more modern, air quotes, version of it. I played Pathfinder with them for like 3/4 of a campaign, which doesn't sound like very long, but I swear it took over a year. And it was really fun, but it was, there was some weird politics with that group. And eventually what did I do? I broke up with the dungeon master. That was it. That's what happened. Is I like, the dungeon master was my boyfriend at the time, and after we broke up, I didn't want to play D&D with him anymore, for obvious reasons, so I haven't played since, but I would like to. I would like to play in a bit more of a fast-paced group. I remember, like, those sessions were, like, 8 hours each, and they were excruciatingly slow. There was very little actual game playing. It's a bit of a shame, because I spent a lot of money buying that manual. Yes, this is U.S. servers. Why did you decide to drop out of college? I dropped out of university because, so I went to school as, like, right out of high school. I moved out on my own. I was 17 years old. I moved out on my own. I got my own place, a little basement suite, and I went to the University of, what do they call it? It used to be Malaspina, VIU. I went to VIU, Vancouver Island University. It's in Nanaimo, as a music student. This is probably too much personal information, but it's out now. I went to VIU as a music student, and I was going to be a trumpet performance major. And that was all very well and good, except that it was my first time living out on my own. I already had some issues with anxiety and depression. Like, I was a very troubled young lady. And not only was I going to school full-time on my own, which was very scary, I was also working night shifts at a gas station to, like, make money to help pay my rent. And I didn't have a car because I didn't drive. And I was riding my bicycle with my trumpet strapped on my back and all my textbooks and stuff to and from the campus, which was it was a lot of exercise. I wasn't sleeping because I was working night shifts and I was trying to go to school full time. Plus I had mental health issues. So I just burnt right the heck out. I made it about 6 months, maybe 8 months before I just couldn't take it anymore. Had a big old breakdown. Left, didn't tell anybody I was leaving. But I dropped out, moved back home. Eventually I lived with my mom for a while and I got a job and that was about it. But, yeah. Good news is that I left before I signed up for a second year, so my student loans weren't that bad. And they're paid off now, so it was just a very expensive life lesson. You can find the Illidan novel audiobook on YouTube. It's a good listen. You listen while you're going to sleep. You should try it. How do I start the class mount quest? The class mount quest is going to start once you have finished breaching the tomb, which you have to do on your other character. You have to do the breaching the tomb achievement over again. But once you've done that, it's either going to start on the Broken Shore or in your class hall. So look around the Broken Shore. Look around your class hall, and if it's not one of those two places, I don't know what to tell you. I forgot to turn the knobs. Ugh. Whoops. Whoopsie-daisies. 5th edition of D&D is a bit simpler compared to Math Finder. Yeah, I remember there was a lot of math. I had my character sheet on a little netbook. This little $200 awful computer because there's, like, a lot. Like, I needed the calculator in addition to, like, all of my stats and info and whatever. Less books, more room to improvise. If you're feeling like trying something new, you could try. I would like to. Oh, I didn't kill this dude yet. Oh. For whatever reason, I thought I'd already killed that dude. Yeah, I would like to. If I ever live in a place where I have, like, similarly nerdy friends within driving distance that are interested in D&D, I think that would be fun. But it's rough. Turn the handle. Yeah, I forgot to turn on the gas in the other room, so I gotta go back. Are you going for Invincible? I am going for Invincible, and if we're lucky, we'll get it, although odds are not in my favor. Yeah, I know I should have clicked the gas thing. I forgot. It's hard when you're talking. Actually, it's hard when I'm not talking. I constantly forget to do this. I almost always have to go back. Is that the Geist alarm again? I don't use Twitch. I don't use Twitch because I like YouTube better. Also, we have much bigger streams here on YouTube than we ever did on Twitch. I found it's a better platform. The cat turned into a plushie with sorcery resist. The actual cat moved, although she seems to be more or less parked. More or less parked in one spot, so I'll just put it there for now. I want to zoom that camera out. Let me look at my camera controls real quick. Cat cam, properties, configure. Kitty, you're fine, you're fine. Oh no, it's zoomed all the way out. Yeah, well. What is your item level? 903 to like 906. Actually 909 I guess is my highest equipped. Or my highest equipable. But I usually rock around at like 906. It's nothing particularly special. I'm not a mythic raider. I raid heroic at best. The cat is a druid and it keeps shapeshifting. Did this yesterday. I always forget the switches. You got the battle pets, the Death Worth. Nice. Congrats, Ian. You play any card games such as Hearthstone or Magic the Gathering? Oh, you know what I used to play? I used to play the WoW TCG. Like, I actually played it. None of my friends played it, and I wanted so badly for them to play it, so I bought them all those little starter decks, and they, like, humored me for an afternoon. They were like, this game is dumb, we already play Magic, and I'm like, but it's got quest cards! I loved that game. I had a lot of them. I also played some Magic. I was never particularly good at Magic, but all of my friends were. So I got some decks just to like play with them. My friends up here, well, they're not super into Magic now these days, but they used to play not Pathfinder, Commander a lot. They used to play Commander format a lot. And I played like once or twice, but I just got my butt stomped because they're like real good and I'm not. So I eventually just gave up and stopped participating because it's not very fun to watch other people play Magic or D&D. Like, you can tell yourself that it's fun because you want to like hang out with your friends, but it's not fun. It's boring and you're better off just finding something that you would actually like to be doing yourself. Was the WoW TCG good? I thought it was good. I thought it was a well-designed game. I enjoyed playing it a lot. I like collecting the cards, and I thought that the actual structure and mechanics of the game were cool, but it just didn't get the player base that it needed. To finish answering the question, I totally play Hearthstone. I love Hearthstone. I'm not good at it. I specifically play between the ranks 15 and 20 just to get my quests done, but I love playing Hearthstone on like my iPad or just like on my desktop with like a morning cup of tea if I don't have anything else to be doing. Gotta go to bed now, so I'll see you next Friday, Hazel. See you later. See ya. I do have the Onyxian Drake, actually. I got that one to drop for me. Huh? I have the TCG game, and I'm just learning how to play. It might not be the best time to get into the WoW TCG just because it's been permanently discontinued. Like, they have moved all of those resources into Hearthstone. You can't get it anymore. They're not making leagues for it. It's going to be kind of an underground thing. And you get the Spectral Tiger TCG card. No, I didn't actually get any mounts off of TCG cards. I opened, like, one pet, but all the rest of my TCG mounts I got off of the auction house, and my TCG pets I bought for, like, actual money. Like, I bought the codes back in the day. You remind me of Spencer from Pretty Little Liars. I haven't seen that show. I want the Magic Rooster mount. I think it was from the WoW. It was from the WoW TCG. The Rooster was one of the more rare cards. So that one's going to cost you a pretty penny. And also, because the TCG mounts are all discontinued, like the TCG's discontinued, those mounts are going to cost you a lot of gold. Like, just for fun. Just for fun. Let's go to the Under My Journal. And let's look up what a Magic Rooster egg will cost you. So, Magic Rooster egg. For anybody unfamiliar, if you want to look up like all sorts of auction house data, the website you want to go to is called the Undermine Journal. Excellent website. All right. Current regional prices. Okay, so there haven't actually been any on NA for a long time. For a while. It looks like their most recent sightings were. Hang on, no, I'm not looking at this chart correctly. Okay, so there are some. There was one quantity one. So there's one rooster egg an hour ago on Tichondrius. And hang on. That actually has so many zeros and it's like so tiny in text on my monitor that I can't parse what that number is, but it's more than a million. It might be a billion. It might cost 1 billion gold. It might cost a literal 1 billion gold, but there's one in Tycup right now. If you have 1 billion gold, go for it. Knock yourself out. You gonna go for the Shaw of Anger mount? I probably should, especially considering that they've changed him so he doesn't, like, scooch around anymore. But what does it look like again? I don't spend a lot of time mount farming. I usually only do it on streams. Shaw of Anger drops the Heavenly. Oh, that is cool. Oh, I like Cloud Serpents. I didn't like Cloud Serpents when they were new, but for whatever reason, I've gained a newfound appreciation for all of the MOP aesthetics in the intervening years. You got Ashes of Alar last week? Oh, cracks. I don't have that one. I do not have, although to be honest, I tend to skip out on running Tempest Keep because of how, do I have to kill that trash? I must. I usually skip Tempest Keep because, it's boring. waiting for Kel'Thas to finish jibber-jabbering his jibber-jabber off. It's rough. He jibber-jabbers excessively. TCG mounts are all 1 mil plus gold. Yeah, I figured. They're only gonna get worse. Like, if you have the gold for it and you're waiting for the price to come down, I wouldn't. I would not. Although with the WoW token right now, I mean, it's like what, $100? You know, you buy no, because it's $20, $200. Yeah. So between $200 and $500 for one of those mounts if you wanted to pay with real money, which is excessive and I wouldn't recommend it. It's a lot of money. Dragon mounts make me woozy. Yeah, that's the one thing is I don't like how, like, their movement patterns are a little bit goofy. Not only because of the motion sickness, although that is definitely a factor. Kitty, you're not very much on camera. Kitty. There we go. That's a little bit more of my cat than just, like, her nose. Yeah, it's not only the motion sickness part of it, but also the hitbox of it. Like if you're trying to land on a perch, like a little thing you want to land on, it's rough. It's hard. You finally got your ashes last week. It took years. Dang, that's some commitment. You want all the mans from the raids, but I usually go in to get the appearances tab sets. Yeah, see, that's like when I'm just doing this on my own time, I absolutely focus on the appearance tab sets first. That's kind of what I've been working through. It's just not like as glamorous or exciting to farm on stream, but as far as appearance sets, so I'm starting from the bottom. This thing hates me. Blackwing Lair hates me with a passion. Like, those legs are from Ragnaros, and he hates me too. I run him every week, and he just will not give me my gosh darn legs. And then, like, you know how many bosses in Blackwing Lair could drop me those hands? I want to say 3. I think there is at least 3, if not 4 different dragons that could just give me those gloves. And every week they give me somebody else's gloves, and that doesn't help me at all. I got the new Shadow Priest chest legendary yesterday at Heart of the Void. I would say congratulations, but if you're excited, then I'm happy for you. I wouldn't be though. Not to rain on your parade, but not only is that legendary a very questionable effect, the fact that you got it now and not in 2 weeks, or maybe in 1 week, I don't remember when it switches over, but it dropped at 940 instead of 970, so you have to upgrade it too. She chills there on the carpet. She kind of chills wherever she feels like it, but often on random spots on the carpet. That webcam is just on like a teeny tiny little tripod, so it's really easy to move. So if the cat's moved but is now stationary in a new location, I just kind of like scooch the webcam over. What games do you play besides WoW for fun, if any? Okay. So, Overwatch. Love some Overwatch. Overwatch is a blast. I'm not good. In competitive Overwatch, I'm typically around gold level between like 2K rating and 2200, if that, is where I tend to stay. So I'm not great at Overwatch, but I like Overwatch. I play Mercy when I feel like I need to play my comfort food hero. I played a lot of Roadhog, although they've nerfed his hook now, or they're nerfing it. I don't know if it's actually gone in yet. But, like, the tanks and the healers mostly. I don't do a lot of DPS. I'm trying to learn Genji, but I'm god-awful at Genji. I'm so bad. I consider myself having a real good day if I get even 1 kill with my Dragon Blade, because I just can't do it. But, yeah, so Overwatch, and then a little bit of Hearthstone here and there. And then outside of Blizzard games, I actually, purely for fun, raw escapism, sometimes dabble in Black Desert Online. The thing I really like about Black Desert Online is that it is so different from WoW. It is a completely different game from WoW. It is not in any way trying to be WoW. And that's just really refreshing to me. because it's like got this whole life skill system set up. And in Black Desert Online, you can level and play without ever... Well, you have to touch combat for like the first 10, 15 levels or so. But once you get to the first town, if you want, you can abandon combat and say, I'm going to be a fisherman. I'm going to farm potatoes. I'm going to be a corn farmer. I'm going to be a shipbuilder. I'm going to be a horse tamer. Like, it is, you can just do that thing, and there's like a lot of depth and nuance to doing that thing and like setting up your trade routes and whatever, that you can totally live your life like that. And that's what I really like. So whenever I play BDO, I do so life skills only, no combat, life skills only, and I do so with nobody else, completely by myself. Nobody knows who I am in that game. Nobody, like, it's an escapism thing. Like, if I don't want to be Hazel anymore, I can just log on to BDO and turn off everything. I don't do it very often because I don't have a lot of time, but I can just, like, go fish, or, like, try and tame a horse, or make my horses love, butts. That didn't go well. Did you try Star Wars? Yeah, I gave a good go to pretty much all the new MMOs as they were coming out. I didn't like any of them, aside from BDO. It's not that there was anything wrong with them, and a lot of them had good features that really set them apart from WoW, but I feel like new MMOs are for people that want to play an MMO but are done with WoW. And I'm not done with WoW. Have you seen my office? It's like WoW threw up in here. My cat is frozen? Kitty, is that true? Are you frozen? Yeah. Oh. Kitty, you should flop on camera more. People can't really see you. She wants to play. More wipes. Lift bosses have taken many lives over the years. Yeah. Actually, there's a teleporter in there. Whoops, daisies. I think it moved. Kitty, are you leaving? Do I need to adjust her camera again? I'm just gonna wait for her to settle down because she's sitting up right now, so she might leave. I'll wait for her to settle down, then I'll move the camera. Upper Spire? Is that where I'm going? Approximately, yeah, it's close enough. The MMO that I was talking about that you can play with life skills only is called Black Desert Online. The thing to be warned about with Black Desert Online is that it is incredibly involved and not terribly user-friendly. It's got some tutorials, and I'm going the wrong way. It's got some tutorials, and it'll get you set up, but it is very easy to get hopelessly confused and have no idea what you're looking at or trying to do. So if you do go into BDO, go in very much ready to Google everything and find the relevant guides to help you get what you're trying to do done. Okay, so Cat is catting in about the cat spot. Alright, stay. Oh, move my mic a little bit. There we go. When does that simply wipe an ICC 904 item level? Yeah, elevators don't care what your item level is. Back in these days, the blue firewalls could one-shot a player? Oh, I don't actually remember that. I never did this wing when it was new. The only thing I ever did in ICC when it was, like, new was, Putricide. I went in and wiped a couple times in Putricide as a holy priest when that was new. I got into a normal mode pug, and then I got kicked. I got kicked because I was bad. And, you know, it wasn't even unjustified. I actually was quite bad. I was brand new at the game and had no idea what I was doing. Your cat is gorgeous. Thank you. I think so, too. Sometimes people ask what kind of cat she is, and I'm like, well, she's gray. She's got stripes. She's a tabby cat. She's, we got her at a shelter, so she's not like a special kind of cat. She just picked her up as a kitten at a cat shelter. I think 2 or 3 years back. Probably 3 or 4 years back, actually, now. And, she's just the best cat ever. She's extremely sweet. She's super friendly. She's very cuddly. She doesn't bite me. She bites my husband a lot, but she never bites me. And she'll never miss snuggling nap time. She looks like a loaf of bread. Yeah, we got a really good camera angle there. I think the camera's doing her some justice. Good old days when you wiped a bunch of times on Cindergosa. Oh man, like the Frost Air Blast, and they did one-shot you back in the day. Oh, that's rough. They didn't really add any environmental mechanics like that into. Did Nighthold have environmental mechanics like that? Like, not within the fight, but just, like, around? What UI? I've got a couple UI add-ons. I actually have a whole video that goes over the different elements of it, but the short version is Shadowed Unit Frames up here, Bartender down here, KUI nameplates. Is the gist of it. That's the basic version. She's nodding, I can see. She looks a lot like my Rosie, which is an Egyptian Mao. Oh, cool. She's got, like, really, like, they were a little bit more pronounced when she was smaller, but she's got slightly unusually large ears, and they're, like, really, really fluffy. She's got very large, fluffy ears. They almost made her look like an Abyssinian, but obviously not an Abyssinian. She's a tabby cat, but she almost looked like she could have a little bit of it in her, but I think she's just a slightly strange-looking cat. She's quite small for a cat. She's not a huge cat. She was, like, real small for a kitten, and then she didn't get huge. She's, like, normal cat size, but she's not, like, she's a little bit on the small side. Hi, Hazel. What did I miss? Well, we didn't get any mounts to drop so far. I died on the elevator in ICC. That was embarrassing. That was about 5 minutes ago. I think on YouTube you can actually scroll back and watch, like, the stream from 5 minutes ago if you want to. So if you really wanted to see it, you could scroll back and find out what you missed. That's one of the things I really like about YouTube streaming is that it's got that sort of DVR capacity of if I got here late but I want to see the other stuff, you can watch it as it streams. Big wigs or DBM? DBM IMO, but honestly I haven't tried big wigs. I've just never tried, I've never needed, like I installed DBM years and years ago and it's been good to me, so I never felt the need to move on. This door's open, huh? How long has that door been open for? Getting nostalgic? I'm getting a cat one day. Oh man, yeah, that was me. I wasn't allowed to have a cat as a kid. My sister is allergic, I was allergic. I'm actually technically still allergic, but I haven't had any reactions, so I think that whoever gave me that test did it wrong. Actually, that's not true. I used to get hives. I used to get actually horrible skin hives when I was exposed to cat hair, but at some point I must have grown out of it because I can rub that cat on my face and be totally fine now. But yeah, my sister was allergic. My mom just didn't like cats, and well, I don't know if she didn't like them, but she doesn't like certain parts of them, like the cat hair getting everywhere and like cat litter kind of like spreads around a little bit, and that was totally understandable. So I didn't have one as a kid, and then And then now I'm not a kid anymore and I've got my own place, so I got myself a cat. And it's everything I wanted it to be. I was kind of worried that it would be like, not, like sometimes you have a dream like that you've just held on to for years, and you're worried that once you get the thing that you've been wanting for so long, that it won't be the same, and it'll have all these things that you didn't like, that you don't like, that you didn't know about until you got it. And it's been everything I wanted it to be. The worst part about having a cat was, for a while, she would wake me up every morning at like 6 in the morning for food, regardless of whether it was a weekend or not. Like, she would just wake me up every single morning. And that was rough, but you know what we did is we actually got an automatic cat feeder, and now she doesn't wake me up at all. And plus, whenever she did wake me up, it was really cute. She would like crawl on me and like cuddle me until I woke up, and that's pretty adorable. So cat racist. You can develop or lose allergies to things. Thanks, Jonathan. Now the alert's working. I wonder why it wasn't working before. Thanks for the euro, Jonathan. As Garrosh would say, times change. Yeah. I'm very glad that you can lose allergies, because it would be very upsetting to me if I was still allergic to cats, because I love cats. And don't get me wrong, I like dogs too, and I have a dog, but my dog is a bit special. He's very cute, but my dog has very severe separation anxiety, which makes him very vocal whenever he thinks anybody might be leaving. So, which is a lot. Like, if you put on pants or a coat or pick up your keys or like get up out of your chair, he's gonna start crying, and it gets a little bit grating after a couple years. And it's just very deeply ingrained into him. But I do love dogs. And I do love my dog. He's a real good boy. He walks with me every single day. We go on Pokemon Go adventures, because I still play Pokemon Go. I'm not ashamed. Euro? That's not a euro? Oh, well, what was it? English pound? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not great with the currency types. That's the stuff, and we still got kill and everything. Oh, nice. Do you need to be exalted with Valor or Heart to have the Holy Artifact? I thought you did. Maybe not exalted, but I thought you did, actually. I was pretty sure that was the case. Okay, so now it is time to kill the Lich King and have him give me my Invincible. I am ready. I am prepared. He is going to just cough at it. You know what else we could have done is we could have done time walking. I didn't end up doing that. Upper Spire. Can you give me some tips about farming rep for the Allegiant factions? Sure. Step 1 is be a human if you can, if you're really interested in rep, although if you don't want to be a human because you'd rather be a gnome, I totally understand. Step 2 is make sure that if there are any temporary rep buffs up, such as the Darkmoon Fair, or any holidays such as Midsummer's Festival, which is coming up pretty soon. Midsummer starts next week, or like the Hallow Zen Fest, for example. If there's any holidays up, you want to make sure you get that rep buff. Those will stack. So get all the available rep buffs, which is basically just human and holiday buffs, including the Darkmoon Fair. B is do all of the world quests for the faction that you're trying to grind. Those will give you 75 rep per or more for the elite quests. And step 3 is that whenever you get one of those missions in your class order hall that drops you rep tokens, regardless of which faction it is, 200% that, so that you get that greater tribute to the Broken Isles, because that will give you a token for a random faction that is worth 1500 rep for most of them, or 750 if it pops for Nightfall or Legion Fall. So that's a really good way to boost up your rep as well. Step 1, be a human. I'm a cat. Do you want the mount or the quest? The mount. I'm looking for the mount. Give me my mount. I have not finished the Chromie scenario yet. I know some people that have, but I have not finished the Chromie scenario quite yet. Just subbed? Oh, thanks. Welcome to Hazelnuttygames. I have a cat. That's my entire sales pitch for my channel is I'm Hazel and I have a cat, and I feel like that's good enough. Like, have you seen that cat? That's a good cat. That is a top quality cat over there. This is retail? Yep, retail WoW. Retail live WoW. I have never played a private server in my life. I would say I don't have anything against the concept aside from the fact that they're kind of breaking terms of service, but it's not my game. But I would never play anything but live WoW. I like the permanence of my stuff. Like, with the private servers, you never, like, if they get shut down, which could happen at any time because they're legally outside of their bounds, all your stuff that you grind in the game is just like, poof, it's just gone. I mean, maybe it's not gone, but it could be. And you don't know when that's going to happen. And with the amount of time that goes into, like, collecting the stuff in WoW, I couldn't live like that. Healer add-ons. So for healers, what you want big raid frames. So for your party frames, go into interface, raid profiles. This is default UI. Interface, raid profiles. Use raid style party frames. I like class colors, and then crank these like way the heck up. Crank both of those up to max. That's going to give you big colored raid style party frames. And then step 2, I mean, I guess if it's a big raid, you can turn them down a little bit, but basically that's where you go. And then step 2 is make mouse over macros. Now I actually have a macro template that I use. I guess I should make a video about this, but I have a macro template, and basically it looks like this. So it's show tooltip. This is my mouse over heal macro. This stuff, like the no dead help stuff, is like extra. You don't really need that. It just like helps prevent odd situations where somebody's died and you're trying to heal them. But basically what that macro will do is it will heal my mouse over target. So you don't have to click to switch targets. You can just mouse over the raid frame, press whatever healing button it is. And you make these for all of your heals. Like you can see I've got it for like renew and prayer, mending and healing and serenity and whatever. So you make those for all your healing buttons, which takes a while. But then I can just mouse over my frame or at somebody else's frame, and you don't have to click to switch targets, which sounds really minor, but it will save you a lot of time. Like mouse over healing is by far the best way to do it. There are add-ons like VoD and Healbot. I don't know if that's still a thing anymore, but those are all based around setting up mouse over healing, but you don't need an add-on for it. You can just make macros. And that way you don't have to worry about your add-on like bugging out mid-fight on you or anything like that. And just mouse over macros, big raid frames, press all your buttons, enjoy the love people will shower on you for healing them. Do Alar Ashes next. I'm gonna take a, like, once I'm done here, I'm gonna take a look at how much time I have left, which isn't that long, and try and find one that I can do within the time frame, because Kael'thas takes like a while to spit out his words. So, I still need... We could do Malagos to try and get the blue Drake. We could do... I think Firelance would take me a little bit too long. So the two options are either Malagos for the Azure Drake, or we can do Zul'Gurub for the Rizashi Raptor. I'm kind of thinking Zul'Gurub. I would like that Raptor. Also, Zul'Gurub has some... Damn it! Darn it! Gosh darn no mount. I think my odds are better if I do Zul'Gurub, so I think I'm going to do that for my last one. But I am going to head out there. Basically, I'm going to hearth to Trade District. Any mounts yet? No. No mounts on stream yet. One day it'll happen, and we'll cut a really glorious stream highlight, and I'll put some really incredible music to it, and somebody's going to watch it and be like, why do I even care? This isn't my mount collection. And I'll be like, you know what? It's too bad. It's too bad. Grid plus mouse over macros? Yeah. Honestly, in my opinion, grid is optional, but grid is nice because it's going to show you, you've got an option to customize more things like debuffs and buffs, but, like, once you have those raid style party frames, you're going to see basic buffs and debuffs, and you can kind of get it set up so it's showing you, like, prioritizing buffs that you can dispel. So I never found a need to get into grid. If you're doing like high-end rating, then maybe, but you just need mouse over macros. So I'm gonna vendor some of this extra stuff. At least to make a little bit of gold. So get all that out. So that's 2 items. I don't need these. I don't need. I'm gonna actually just I'm gonna real quick add my extra BOEs that I picked up here to my BOE group in TSM, so I can auto mail those. So that one. I don't have to figure out if these are worth selling at this point, because my add-on will do that for me when I actually go to sell them. All I need to do is take BOE gear that may or may not be worth selling and add it to this group. So add them all to the group. And then I go to a mailbox, because I have a mailing operation set up to that group to send them to my bank alt. So I go to my mailbox and I go TSM groups, mail all of them, because they're all selected. And you can see it mails all those things out of my bags. It's going to tell me which ones here, so you can see it mailed all of those green things that I just added to the group, as well as some other things that were already in groups, like my Frostwave cloth got mailed off. So those have all been sent to my bank alt now. And then when I go to my bank alt, it'll like auto price those. So if you have not set that up and you would like to, the place you want to go for the info is my Trade Skill Master Guide section. Blatant sellout plug. I have videos showing you how to get through all that. It's a little bit of a headache. It's a little bit of a handful to get set up, but heck, if it's not worth it, it's so good. It's such good stuff. So I'm gonna fly over there. I'm gonna be right back, and we're gonna do ZG to try and get them out. Right back. Good job holding down the fort, cat. You did it. I was worried that she was going to get up and leave once I got it, but she's still there. Cat is operating the keyboard with its mind. I love the new YouTuber feature where YouTubers can stream live and people can chat. Pretty cool. Yeah, I like the YouTube live streaming interface a lot. They've done good work on it. It's still got some things that I would like to see. I would like to see in-feed polls. I think it'd be really cool if I could pin a poll. So I could be like, what do you guys want to see in the stream? Like, put some options. You guys could vote on it without me having to make a straw poll. I would like to see custom emotes. I would like to see... Actually, they've actually added a feature where it's kind of like the Twitch sub, where you can pay like $4 a month to get a special banner. That feature is not available to everyone yet, though, and I don't have it. They're rolling that out on a beta basis. There was one other thing, like one thing that Twitch does that I wanted to see YouTube do. I've forgotten, though. Mostly just custom emotes. Like, don't get me wrong, we got some sweet-ass... Pardon my language. We've got some sweet emotes here. If you go down to the emotes, you scroll down to, like, the animals. We got, like, turtles, we got, like, foxes, we got so many cats. But I would like to see custom emotes. How are the class changes treating you? I'm not doing so well. Oh, I'm sorry. That sucks, Matt. Class changes have been okay to me, mostly because I'm a Shadow Priest, and they changed, like, nothing. They changed, like, at the last time I looked, the changes to Shadow Priest were so incredibly minimal that it was, like, not even a thing. They're like, we're taking Void Tentacle and renaming it to Void Tendril. I'm like, why? It's not even a thing. Why did this need to be in your patch notes? Thumbs up on the tea selection. I love one along with oolong. I do like me a good oolong. I've got some lovely Taiguan Yin and a lovely Ben Shan oolong that I am working my way in drinking through. I want to buy new tea, but I have so much tea in my tea cupboard right now, and it's like summer. It's gonna be too hot for tea soon. Guys, it's been like really chilly and not quite summer weather, just like in Celsius, just like 15 through 20 Celsius, or you know, like 60s Fahrenheit. Apologies if those aren't the right things, but like that's approximately what it's been. So just like overcast, a little bit rainy, a little bit chilly, not cold, but a little bit chilly for June. And on Monday, when I am turning on all of my lights and my oven for a baking stream, it suddenly decided that it wants to be 90 degrees in Fahrenheit, which is like, what, 30-something Celsius? Ugh. It's completely chilly and overcast, and I'm fine with that. I'm just drinking my tea and living my life. But as soon as I want to do a baking stream, which is like incredibly heat intensive, like between the big lights that I have to do to light up my kitchen and then the oven, no, it's gonna be 97. I mean, I have some ACs, but they're little dinky window ACs. They kind of work, but I'm gonna be a little bit sweaty. Although I am doing it in the morning. We're doing the muffins in the morning. It's gonna be 10 a.m. on Monday the 19th. So, or are you leaving, Kat? What are you doing? Maybe not. All right, well, you get to, oh, no, never mind. Yeah, so it's going to be in the morning, so it'll probably still be kind of chilly. What was one tier set you coded for a long time but always had trouble assembling? Tier 2. Tier 2. Not necessarily for Priest, although I would like this because you can see, like, the blues of finished sets. We're not going to talk about Serpentine Cavern. But you can see, like, the blues of finished sets, and you can just see this one just, like, it hates me. It just doesn't want to come home. And not only tier 2 for Priest, but also on my Shaman back when I was, like, messing with my Shaman alt in Warlords. I really badly wanted the Shaman 10 Storm set, because that's a real, like, Shaman tier 2 is cool. And Blackwing Lair is just notorious for not giving up its clothing. It just won't share. There's just too much loot, and because Blackwing Lair was before, it was before they added, what do you call it? Tier tokens. It was before tier tokens, so if you wanted a piece of tier, you needed it to drop tier for your class specifically, so they were much less likely to drop. So yeah, tier 2. Tier 2 is rough. Although, these days, is going to be much easier to drop because since 725, Razor Gore now instantly kills the eggs. He does not have a channel time on his egg kill ability, so it's much easier to solo Razor Gore now. It was always easy, but it was annoying. Hazelnuttygames be sent by Skrill Chris. The transmanga add-on is called Menorahs Wardrobe Helper. I don't actually need to kill this boss at all. We're gonna go kill Mandakir. That is the only one we really need. Although I'll probably finish the raid. As far as Mandakir can drop me a cloak. I could use the Lost Bag of Whammies from Madness, which looks like that. It's pretty much just a bag, but I'm assuming it's got some whammies in there. And then I wanted to kill Kilnara to try and get her claw fringe mantle as well, because I don't have access to that. I love... Oh! At least this was a straight hill. This was much easier to do on a straight hill. The curve in Black... whatever it's called. Black... Rook. Hold? Yes! Black Rook Hold. I couldn't think of that for some reason, but the curved staircase with the rock thing in Black Rook Hold is awful. I'm so bad at it. I've done it so many times you'd think I'd be good at it by now, but I just sit in the bottom and wait for other people to do it because I know I'm gonna die. I can't handle myself in there. And if it was on a flat plane like that where you could see them coming, that would be fine. But no, they had to put it on a curvy staircase. That's fair. Can you Xmog your t-shirt to not shirt? Your t-shirt to not shirt. I have no idea if you can transmog shirts. Well, you can add shirts to your transmog library, so I'm pretty sure you can transmog shirts, but if you want to wear a shirt specifically in-game, like not a chest plate, but a shirt, I think you have to... I don't think there's a... like, here, let's just find out. Let's just find out right now. It's transmog... shirt... Okay, I don't have a shirt on, so I can't tell you. I can't tell you because I don't have a shirt on to, like, transmog. But I'm pretty sure that if you want to not wear a shirt, you have to actually take the shirt off. My UI is a couple different things, and I actually have a video that goes over the different add-ons, but basically boils down to bartender for bars, KUI nameplates for nameplates, and shadowed unit frames for unit frames. You can Xmog your shirt to invis. Why would you, though? Like, maybe I guess you want the buff, like that Precious's ribbon best in show thing. Like, isn't that a shirt, I guess? But... oh, you know, actually the very fashionable shirt from the transmog thing. Which brings up the question, when the heck is the Trial of Style? I want to do it. When does it start? Is it on the calendar yet? Does anybody know? Oh, there it is. August? You're not going to make me wait until August? Ugh. Fine. I will have so many sets ready by August. That's so long. That's so long they're going to make us wait. Ah, man. So we didn't actually get the man from here, so we're not going to get any mounts on stream. But I could get my bag of whammies. Although... it's not very likely, honestly. This boss is annoying to start. You need, I think, you gotta, so there's 4 different types of artifacts, and you have to find the special one and make it zoom around the middle. So I found the dwarf one, I found the fossil one by pure raw luck. So now I need to go looking through the night elf and the fossil. Did I say fossil already? I don't know. But you just gotta find the one that you can talk to. And then talk to it. Where are you at? You typically want to do this in a more systematic manner so that you don't get confused like me and start clicking on doubles. It's gotta be this one, right? Yeah, there we go. So examine that one. And then one more. I don't think you can start this without archaeology. Maybe they changed that. They may have taken pity on those people that never did archaeology and let them start this boss, but I think it's archaeology specific. I got a shirt that for one set adds cool bandages and looks ugly for another set. Oh, I understand. I gotcha. My wife says slam to you. Wants you to say the same for her. She's next to me. Slam to you. I don't understand. What was the site you could track what mounts to get? So that's Simple Armory. SimpleArmory.com. And then you look yourself up on that. And then go to collectibles, mounts, and then find the mount planner. And that will show you like a route of where to go, like to be most efficient about which raids you want to hit up for the mounts that you still need in that character. So the bag of whammies was a bust, but I guess Kilnara could still give me the Clawfringe mantle. We can still hope. Come on, lady, cough it up. They actually put I loved these dungeons. 4.2 was a great patch for me. I thought I didn't have a guild or anything. I don't think I was guildless, but I was just like holy priesting around by myself, and I really had fun healing these dungeons, because these dungeons were rough when they came out. Like the Kata dungeons, when Kata first launched, all of the random dungeons, like the heroic dungeons, were tuned to be difficult. Like that was a philosophy they went in there. They're like, you know what, we want to make dungeons hard again. So they made dungeons really hard, which was a disaster. Because trying to do a hard dungeon with a random pug as opposed to an organized group is just a nightmare. And they nerfed, they got the picture, they nerfed them. But then they came into these ones. They're like, you know what, these ones are new. These ones are hardcore. These are like heroic plus. We want to make these tough. So these dungeons were actually quite tightly tuned when they were new as well, and I actually really enjoyed healing them in pugs. Not that I still think for random groups, tuning things on the edge of the, like, tuning things to match the lowest common denominator player is probably still smart, because at the end of the day you want to get through the thing. And I think they found a really good compromise in adding Mythic Plus, so that if you want difficult, challenging 5-man content, you can, and Mythic Plus I think is the perfect way to do that, because you can make it as difficult as you can. I got it! I didn't get my mount, but I got my claw fringe mantle. I got something. I got something new that I actually wanted to get today, so we got some sweet shoulders. You know what? Maybe let's make a set. Let's go home, and let's make a transmug set that uses the claw fringe mantle. The potions for Sundarter are 20k. Not surprising. That is a very good opportunity for somebody who's trying to make some gold, is to look up what those potions are. Yeah, I used to have... I have alchemy, actually. I should make them. Either to sell or, like, at least to use. I have the Res Ashley Hatchling I haven't played in years. Wonder how much it's selling for. The best way to find out is to go look it up on the Undermine Journal. It's a website. Lets you scan auction houses of every realm to find out what, like, price graphs, histories, all that good stuff. So we're making a claw fringe mantle set. It's going to be like a green troll cloth set. So we're going to make a new set. We're going to name it green... Actually, let's name it Moss Troll. There we go. That's a good name. All right. So let's just, like, take all these out for now. So we start with claw fringe. And now I'm looking for... I'm going to take off my staff just so it's, like, out of my way. Like, I just want to see it right now. Actually, let's go shadow. Let's go shadow. Hazel stream. Sup, Kiro? How much gold do you have? Not very much. I just spent a bunch of it on heirlooms. I completely upgraded 2 different sets of heirlooms. Cloth for the video that I made where I was talking about leveling characters. And then I also upgraded my plate heirlooms because I'm going to be leveling my Death Knight. So, I'm sitting on, like, what, 40k right now? Nothing. I completely liquidated. So, like I said, moss trolls. So we're gonna start with just get out here, all of it. Claw fringe. This is wrong. I need to click on this one. There we go. Claw fringe. So that's green. Now I need to find a nice. All right. So let's start with Zul. So there's an embroidered gown of Zul'Drak, which does not fit. So actually, let's just start at the top and like find something green and mossy looking that kind of matches. So that's a very bright green. So it doesn't really fit those greens. Like maybe some of the Warlord's armor that's got like fur. Do we have any furry green Warlord sets? I actually like using those Ashanite Keeper robes for different sets, but honestly the underboob thing, not great on a gnome. A little bit unnerving. So so far none of this matches. Was there like an actual matching set? I like mix and matching my Mog, to be honest. I really like finding a new set from things that weren't part of a set before. But I don't know if there was something that actually went with this. Honestly, that's almost the right green, but that's just such an ugly robe. However, I actually do like how you've got like the stitching here and the stitching there. So we might come back to that, even though that robe is god-awful. It's so bad. There's a version of it that's slightly different. Actually kind of like those sleeves. What else? Green. It needs to be such a bright... Oh, actually, that's not bad. I guess the pink isn't great, but if I could find a kilt, because I refuse to wear pants on a cloth-wearing character. I just refuse. I'm not doing it. That's also doable. That's awful. That's no good. Let's see what we have in terms of kilts, actually, because some of these, like, just shirts might do. Some of the shirts might do. So let's just, like, use... let's just use, where did it go? That one for now. And see if I have any green, furry looking kilts, because we're not doing pants. We're just not. That's not what a Moss Troll Shadow Priest would wear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, green kilt. Ugh, not quite right. Better, but not quite right. Nothing is that shade of green. Nothing is quite that bright of a green. So glad I was finally able to catch one of these streams. Are Imager links allowed here? I made you a gift. Imager links. Try? I don't remember if I have links disabled. Give it a go. And if not, then tweet it to me is the best way to do it. You already got the Bloodbird whelpling and he's adorable. Oh, nice. You feel like all casters should wear robes? Exactly. Heather, I feel you. Like, whenever I'm playing a physical DPS, so a hunter or any kind of a melee character, I always wear pants. No skirts on physical DPS or melee characters, but if I'm casting, if I'm healing at all, I always wear a skirt. And that's what really throws me off about Holy Paladins, is that on plate characters, I wear pants. But on healers, I wear skirts, and I don't like the plate skirts. I think a plate skirt is just weird. And it's just a strange concept, and it weirds me out, and that's why I don't like Holy Paladins. Or that's why I don't play a Holy Paladin, I should specify. I like Holy Paladins very much. You know what? The set is kind of crashing in the water here. It's kind of dead. I think we need to go back to the robe concept. I don't think we have any suitable we don't have any suitable. All right, well, I'm going to use that robe for now. I don't like it, but we're going to use it for now and try and find a suitable helmet that is troll-like. Something with teeth and tusks. Not that. Not that. Anything toothy, tusky? That's all right. That's bad. That's not... It's not green. I need green. I need... No. I need more transmog. I need all of it. I want it, like, I have less than half of the options. Oh, that's awful. Let's not do that. I refuse to wear helmets that cover up my hair because I feel like my pink ponytail is a very important part of my identity. I don't feel quite right without it. All right. I can't do this. I can't work under these conditions. I don't have enough stuff. It's just not gonna happen. My gear score? Is gear score even a thing anymore? My item level is, it's not 790. I'm not wearing my weapon. I promise it's not 790. 906. I typically run around about 906. But I don't think gear score is a thing anymore. I don't think anybody uses it. They need a cat mount, feline familiar, or something cat. Dude, they have so many cat mounts. Have you ever used a Night Elf racial mount? I mean, I guess it's not like like you're saying, it's not like the cat pets, but like sources. Why are all the, oh, there we go. But like kitty cat. Oh, that's not a kitty cat. Why is that in there? Kitty cat. But yeah, if you want like a non-saber cat, I would totally be on board. Hi there. Gnome is the chubby cheeks. I do enjoy the chubby cheeks in the gnome. You just got the ageless bronze story. Congrats! So, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I'm done here. I hope to see some of you. I know most people work on Mondays, but I hope to see you on the Monday stream if you're home. We're going to be making cupcakes. It'll be a cooking stream, so not playing WoW, but cooking some Moser's Magnificent muffins. Not cupcakes, muffins. From the WoW cookbook. And if you missed that, there's going to be a whole VoD in the stream on Tuesday. So that'll all be available. I'm going to be making 2 Sargeras guides as soon as I get the bosses down. And I am just really touched that all of you chose to spend these 2 hours on a Friday afternoon with me. I had a great time. Thank you all for coming, and I will see you later.